All right. Should be live, everyone. Welcome to tonight's live stream. We got the draft on. Big event in the footy calendar for a lot of people, especially if you're a Richmond fan, because as you can see in the draft board that I created for this stream, we got, I don't know why that says Mark Tanovic, but let's just let it sit there for now, even though he's obviously not being drafted. But you got 8 picks for Richmond, so big night for the Tigers. Saints have 2. That'll be good, although that's probably going to not be 7 and 8, I wouldn't think, because of match bids and all that. But it should be a good night. Didn't stream the draft last year because I honestly couldn't be fucked. I think I had work that night. That was like the only night I ever worked that wasn't like that late. I just didn't really care about the draft as much last year, but I care more this year. And I thought it'd be a waste not to stream it. I think what we can do, I don't know if it's going to work this year because it's only on KO and Fox. I think what you can do is we can share the screen like in previous years. You can do that in the trade. You can do it for the trade when I did deadline day, but I think you can also do it for the draft. I've done it twice before, but we don't know yet if it'll work because screen sharing's been a big issue on Discord, on KO, but maybe on Discord that'll work. So hopefully I can share the screen as well. But for now, I guess we can probably see if it. I don't think it starts till 7, so we've got a bit of time. I was going to start a little bit earlier, but then I realized, well, ultimately, what's the point of starting earlier when there's going to be nothing to unless I just want to talk to the chat. But I've been streaming for too long as of late, so it's probably no point. The goal for this stream is 81. I don't know why this is likes. It should say subs. Can I update that? The goal for this stream is 81,800 likes. Subs, sorry. I fucking said likes again. I'll just update that quickly. Great win on the stat chat. Yes, go check that video out if you haven't already. I haven't seen the video, but obviously I know the result of it and all that, but I probably should check out the actual video. It dropped yesterday, and yesterday, well, last night I went to the St Kilda logo crest reveal and all that. I don't want to talk too much about that because I might make a video on like all the new logos and all that, but I mean, I'm happy with it. No complaints. Filmed a bit of that for my members vlog, which I fucking need to release my last 2. I was going to do it the other day, but I eventually ended up not. Let's see what the chat's saying. I don't know how many people here are going to be casual watchers of the draft, or a bit more interested than others, or how many of the people here actually have too much of a knowledge of the plays that are in the draft pool. I've got a little bit of a power rankings down, but the only problem with that's Fox Footy's power rankings. The only problem is it cuts off after 10 for some reason, or 8 or 9. I don't know why OBS doesn't let you go as many as you want. Why have you got a name next to Richmond? It's a troll name. I'll change it. I can easily just get rid of that. I think pick one. So have some predictions down below who you think will be pick one. If you haven't got a clue, that's fine. Unlike last year, it's not actually a guarantee, which is cool because sometimes a draft can be a little bit boring because you kind of know what's going to happen. Like last year, everyone knew Harley Reid was going to be pick 1. This year, it probably will be Sam Layla, I think, is what they're all saying, but it could be Finn O'Sullivan, maybe. Sam Layla, yeah, they're the only 2 real selections. I doubt it'd be Ashcroft. I do doubt it. I think he'll probably get maybe matched at 2 or 3. Maybe 3. I was gonna do maybe a mock draft, but I figured I'm not gonna bother. I know I'm gonna get it wrong. It's so bloody highly congested, and the talent's so even this year. I feel that there's you're not gonna get shit out of doing a mock draft. So I didn't bother for this year. I changed the graphic though, so that'll be good. That'll be easy to change. So if there are like match bids and all that with the graphics, it's not going to be like a whole nightmare like I have done in previous years. It'll be much easier to change. I'll check to see if I can show it on my because if I can do that, then you don't have to worry about it getting shown on the Discord. The problem is that, right, I just want to be careful because sometimes it can be bad, but it should be fine. Can't hear anything though. Got to up the volume. It's about to start soon. Someone says, yeah, but I don't think it's actually going to start in a bit. Like, I remember last year, because I rewatched Goat HQ's 2023 draft stream, which was a very iconic one. And I do remember he was complaining for a lot of it, and I don't think he started it for a very long time. So I'm going to go to see, because I know a lot of people are also doing this. I want to see how they've got their layouts, because I've always found it fascinating to see how other channels go about this sort of stuff. Because you probably might know, I haven't made a drafty yet this year. I'll have a couple out this week, probably. I was going to actually get one out the other day, but I figured I could just wait a little bit, so I will. I will do that. Okay. You've got J Tomos. Just taking a look through some of the others. They're not bad. They're not terrible. You're professional, someone says. Well, I know which other St Kilda creator you're going to talk about, but he's watching the stream. I know for a fact. He'll be on it in some regard. I haven't actually had a good chance to look at a lot of these highly touted top 20 players, even the top 10. Really, too many of their highlights. So they should show the highlights on this broadcast. Let's see. Will it let me screen share? I'm gonna say no. What's up, Razor? I got my video that I was putting off because I thought the draft was further away. Wow. Oh, okay, you can. Well, fuck it. We'll do that then. Done this every other year, and I've had no issues with it, so shouldn't have any issues with it this time around. We'll put it there. And then you can hear it. Could do audio and output. I'm not sure how much you can hear it, but I'll put it there because the draft is normally fine with it. Well, I've shown it twice. I don't know why, but unless they've changed the rules. But tell me right now, Fox Footy, if they've changed the rules, I'll take it down if you want me to. But don't do anything too silly. I can't really hear it. I'll turn up a bit. I'm not going to make it that loud, though. I really don't need to make it that loud.
Yeah, this is a real opportunity for Richmond now to build their next dynasty. We spoke a lot about it throughout the trade period.
I'll chuck it up on the stream. I'm not going to make it. I don't need to make it that loud. I don't need to make it that loud. Okay, I'll up it I'll up it to maybe 3 or 4. 4. And that's it. I'll leave it. If you haven't subscribed yet, hopefully we can get to 41.8k. It's a little goal. Depending on how this one goes. I don't know if I'll do the second day, though, because I really don't know enough about all the other players. I only know enough about the first day, because now that the AFL have the draft split between the two, so they used to all have it on one day, but now it's split over the 2 days. Any predictions in the chat? Because I would like to learn from some of the people if they got a little bit more insight on certain things. So if anyone here has a bit of insight that would like to put in the stream chat, that'd be interesting to have a look at.
I think they've set the benchmark and they've given a clear indication of what it.
When will I do a members stream? Probably doing on probably the Friday night or something like that. I'll definitely do one this week, hopefully. I'm hoping to, at least. I'm just weary with the right graphic, as you can see with all the picks. I'm weary that it's going to go more than 24, and then I'm going to have to do a lot of adjusting, which is going to be kind of annoying. But at the same time, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Any players, you know, that went... No, not really. The only player I kind of know, but in fact, I probably would say I don't know. So, Cooper Hines, I know he's in the draft class, but his brother was in my school, was in my class. He was almost going to be drafted himself. And I found out that his girlfriend's, one of my sister's good friends boyfriend. But I don't fucking know him, and I doubt he. I think he knows who I am actually. I think he does, but I don't know any really thing about him. So I never do. I never have any connections with any of these draft prospects because I'm never really involved that much. I want to get a little bit more connected. That'd be cool. But I wouldn't know how to do that necessarily. Hope you hit 41. Well, yeah, if you want to help out, obviously a bit slower during the off season. Haven't really done too much since the 24-hour stream because I've been honestly just 24 hours. I wanted to have a bit of a break. A lot of Victorians is, yeah. I don't know, what's the highest rated Tassie pick? Because I couldn't even tell you. The highest WA would be Bo Allen, I think, and then for South Australia, what's his name again? It's Langford, isn't it? Harvey Langford. Oh no, he's Vic. Who's that? Oh no, Sid Draper. Sid Draper's a South Australian. And this dickhead has already started to be a twat, so I'm gonna hide him. You didn't go to the Sandringham Dragon schools? Nah, I didn't. My school is shit for sports. I couldn't tell you actually the last player that got drafted. You have reached maximum number of simultaneous streams allowed. What the fuck? Who's using my KO account? Is my dad using it? Who else would be using it? I don't give my account to anyone unless someone stole it. How are we, mate? Great. No worries. Yes, definitely check out the video. We were just talking about it a little bit earlier. I think someone's using my fucking KO account. I'm going to call my dad. I tell him, just use Fox Footy, mate. He might be. He's the only one who would also use it. But I think you can still have two.
The person you are calling.
What in the world? Who else is using it? I don't give my account to anyone. Maybe that was a glitch. I'm going to go back to it. Hopefully it's fine.
Josh Smiley sliding, I think.
Why is it doing that though? It's BT, mate. He's got your account. Ha 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 ha. So funny. My sister wouldn't be using KO, mate. She doesn't care about sports. My other sister's my other sister is in Japan. But yes, I'll be keen to get on for some more. Good fun to get on. I'm not going to spoil the result if you guys want to watch that stat chat video. Basically what we did was a family feud, but AFL edition, and I've always thought that was a really cool idea. Back on the Mitch Ryan account, that was something that he had for a little bit, and I got on back on the channel back in the day. So yeah, it's good that if there are a few followers of the Stat Chat channel on the chat, it is good.
Well, Ben Waterworth has been covering all the build-up.
Do the Saints have a new logo? Yes. I'll show you actually, because I went to the function. I managed to grab one of these beach balls. Like, not many people would have actually walked away with this. I reckon only like 5. It's obviously not that cool. Well, it is cool actually. It's cool.
As you mentioned, Richmond, a big night for the
But
Richmond
it's not like I
Footy
got a
Club
tune. I got a gift bag with other stuff. It was good actually last night. Got to chatter with a heap of relevant Saints people that, good context to have in the future. Good to get, in touch with them and all that. Sam Layla to the Saints. No, mate, he's going probably pick one. No, don't tell me wrong. I just know he's better than all the other draft class from what I've been seeing, but I don't actually know how much better he is because I haven't watched too much of the highlights because it's like, can't be bothered.
A few trigger points tonight. What can we expect?
Why are we getting all these dickheads that are being idiots tonight? Same account. Cheers, Andy. Are you meeting Speed tomorrow? Is he going to Melbourne? No, I'm not meeting Speed tomorrow. 1, because it's going to be absolute chaos. And 2, because I'll be working. And 3, because I'll have other content that I'll be prioritising. Do you reckon he'll be going to Melbourne or is he going to Sydney?
plays out with, as you mentioned, Josh Smiley.
It's definitely one of the. It's either going to be Melbourne or Sydney, I reckon, because of the fact that so I'm actually kind of hoping it's Sydney. Because then maybe if it's on a Saturday in Melbourne, I could try something. Because I had an idea just in case that was going to happen, but let's be honest, it's not going to be the case. He's not going to say where he's going, for God's sake, because of the wildness, and it's probably smart that he's doing it during school for some people. When is the first pick? Well, it hasn't happened yet. Actually, I might do this instead. Will this work? Because if I do that, hold on, if I do this, or if I do that,
so what they're trying to do, from what I understand, is move back into the first round, maybe late in the first round, pick up a tall.
Wait, if I do this, that pauses it, and I don't really want it to do that.
So one thing is for sure, Sarah, I'm looking forward to seeing the end of the sequence of Melbourne, Richmond, St Kilda, St Kilda, Melbourne, Richmond, Richmond at the end of the night.
Anything can happen, and probably will. Thank you very much to Ben Ward.
Meat speed. It's probably not going to happen, mate.
Well, in the past few years at the draft, we have seen the Mackay and the King twins dominate.
That's actually kind of annoying. Well, so every time I want to update it, I might have to update it on the other end. I'll probably just do that then. Yeah, okay. It's fine. Do that. That's fine. And quality's shit. Somehow the quality's gone bad.
Wouldn't say any of this really golden child,
but I would just say it's better off if you just watch it on Fox Footy yourself, to be honest. But if you can't watch it, then I guess you can use this in a way. But probably say it's your best bet.
Get left in the dust sometimes, I guess.
Oh, I like to say myself on that one.
Oh, I'll have to say myself.
My YouTube videos are better quality than that.
That's all. You just trying to look like me.
Yeah, I'm refreshing it, so it should be better. Who else is streams doing? Who else is doing a live stream?
Yeah, easily me.
You got UCat.
Yeah, you can ask anyone that too. I reckon he'll say me too.
I got the better drive. I'll give him the short game. My short game lacks a bit, but yeah, I got bombs. Yeah, I'm actually not a bad cook. I can cook a few passes.
What are your thoughts about Gold Coast? It's shit.
I'll say lasagna.
It's shit. It's shit for graphics, actually. Because can I show you something? So let's just say Leo Lombard's going to Gold Coast. Let's just say it's pick 9. I'm going to change the pick 9 logo real quick. Look how shit this looks.
Both of them find homes at AFL clubs. And Ben Dixon is covering the draft tonight for Fox Footy, and he's tracked down the boys' parents, Paul and Angela.
Now, I know it's on a black background, but that doesn't look great. And now the broadcast is gone.
They want to be the same, but these two boys don't want to be the same. How long has this been going on where they've just been very, very different?
Pretty much right from when they were very little. They like
I'll add it back.
Bright clothes, just love that stuff. Jack, feel a bit more reserved in the the neutrals and the navies. So always totally different personalities. One loves Spider-Man, one loves Batman. So.
Well, who is the golden child? Because we got to ask the question. I don't think there was a clear answer from the boys.
No clear answer, but I'll give a shout out to the.
I don't know why it just disappeared like that. I think all the logo brands are a step back. But you don't like the Saints ones? Because I wouldn't agree St Kilda's one's a step backwards. Maybe I'm a bit biased and all that, but I was there and they were talking about the reasoning behind the decision to change the logo, and I'm all for it. Make it big. I'm not going to make it bigger, mate. Because this isn't meant to be a stream where I'm trying to broadcast. It's more just because it's something just to add on the bottom right. So if people want to have a little look, but more realistically, if you want to properly get a chance to watch the whole thing, you should be doing it on KO Fox Footy.
Now, Paul, 80 acres, was there a whisper at night, if you build it, they will come? Any field of dream? Any chance of putting an MCG?
So me doing that is going to fuck it up.
we've got the goalposts that started there, but the turf's probably not up to scratch.
But as you can see, like, how bad does the Gold Coast one look like?
Now the boys, Angela, are going to be on their own shortly.
I'm just going to add the Melbourne one back because that looks better, but I'm going to have to change the Gold Coast one at some stage.
Probably not so.
Did they mention why they removed the Latin? I think they did. It was like kind of like 50-50 on like whether the Latin was wanting to be kept or not. But I think they just wanted to be a bit more simplified. I think just wanted to look a bit more simplified, the logo. I think that's the main reason. There were definitely, there was some divide about whether or not they should have kept it or not, because some wanted it, some didn't. I don't really care. Don't really give a shit, to be honest. I think it looks cleaner without it, but I'm not trying to disrespect the...
There's been plenty going on, Jamie.
This is annoying. It keeps going to rubbish quality every time I like refresh Photoshop. I guess it doesn't matter that much, to be honest. You just get KO on the winter. Yeah, it's fair. I mean, I probably could just get rid of KO for a couple months, but because I don't use KO that much of the October, December, November periods. In December I use it for cricket, I would have to admit. But again, like I could just watch it on Fox Footy downstairs. Like it's not like I really use KO much for cricket, considering I don't really stream it. I mainly just use KO when I need to stream stuff in the setup that I'm in. But I have Fox Footy. My dad has it. So yeah.
You can provide Fox a couple of casual ones, mate, just to make it pretty easy.
So you can probably tell on my end it's pretty crappy quality, but I don't think it matters actually. It's probably almost a better thing that it's crappy quality. So it's like, if you really want the good quality, you go to the actual broadcast.
Okay. If you'd like to expand on this one,
can I ask when the first pick will be picked? Your answer's probably going to be like 20 minutes.
Season 2025.
So yeah, you could have gone to Wales starting it a bit later, but I want to actually, because most of the chat, to be honest with you, revolving around anything but the draft, and that's okay because I'm no genuine expert in anything like that. But anyone with any questions, or not even questions, just like predictions also would be interesting. And then I can.
There is a paid on-air role and mentorship.
KO Sports, that would be kind of cool actually.
Super Saturday coverage. Apply now via the website. Get on board.
But they're not going to just pick anyone to do that, are they?
Thanks, mate.
Is it on KO? Well, we just saw a KO ad, so the answer would be yes.
How good is that? People can join us, Joey, as a host or a commentator. We're going to have a new colleague this year, so you have to jump
Refresh.
online.
Actually, you know what I've noticed? For some reason, if you watch KO on Google Chrome, it is not as good as if you watch it on Microsoft Edge. I've noticed that, and I really don't know why. You would think that would be the opposite, but it isn't. People saying that I should apply, like it's going to make any difference to their selections, like I'm going to get anything with it. Be cool though, obviously. All right, we'll load it up again. I could just not have it up. I really could just not have it up, but I'll have it up. Found a way to somehow watch NBA, NFL, MLB, and Premier League for free. Yeah, I'm sure it's not hard. There are all these illegal websites you can use. Okay, so we're going to be chucking it up on... Ooh, looks like it doesn't actually want to work. So on Microsoft Edge, interestingly enough, it is actually not going to broadcast the screen. Look at this. Chuck it up on what? Okay, Edge draft. How many trades are we thinking there'll be in the first round? I reckon we'll get one. Oh no, it does work. What do we reckon? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know, one or two. Not really sure. Who would actually be wanting to trade their first round pick? But like they can still trade it and still hold on to a later first round pick. It's not going to be anything drastic, I wouldn't believe, unless maybe there is something. I don't know.
That's a
It'd be
future
interesting.
Made in Australia.
Would be quite interesting.
Authorised by the Australian government, Canberra.
Who do I go from the BBL?
Is that all the flammable stuff?
Yeah, just
So does Hannah know we'll be coming
I go
over
for
if
the
danger
Renegades.
rating is extreme?
Yep. Would I say I'm a massive Renegades fan? No. Would I say I'm a Renegades fan? Yes. Would I say I'd go to most games? Yes.
Tell you what.
Would I say the
I
Stars
love a
can go
schooner of mountain culture.
stuff
Mate,
themselves?
who doesn't?
Yes, I would.
What?
I mean, I am really good beer and very smashable.
What will turn out to be the worst trade?
No, smashable.
If you're talking about like from the trade period,
Special. Is that even a word?
who would be the worst?
You know I was voted best beer in Australia.
You know, I wouldn't even know, to be honest.
Can you do that thing?
You mean?
That was like a month ago, so I'm trying to actually think of who got traded. If you're talking about the draft, how the hell would I know?
Your keys. With Allianz Comprehensive Car Insurance, they're
Richmond have
covered
8
the
picks in
same
the
as
first
you.
round, yeah.
Get your quote
They could
today.
trade down, possibly, or trade for next year, but I guess they've got so many free list spots that they could just afford to keep all these selections.
Introducing the new Isuzu D-Max Blade. Our toughest.
Yeah, exactly. Saints fan got away with it. But I just feel like for certain events, it seems like they've heavily, not heavily, but it's a lot more lenient. So the draft and the trade deadline day, I've been doing it for the last few years, and I've had no issues with just chucking up a little bit of the broadcast on the bottom right, bottom left, or whatever.
For our dog.
Something small.
Like giving up the couch.
When will the bids come in for Ashcroft and Kate? I don't know exactly how it works in terms of like teams. Like, because theoretically, couldn't Richmond just bid for Ashcroft? Because they know they're going to get him. Like, do they get anything from bidding early or not?
Trusted by dog people.
Because I'd arguably say it'd be probably Carlton or North, I'd say. Because I wouldn't know if you'd want to be... I think as a #1 pick, you just pick your player. Don't have a worry about the match bid or anything like that. I think, I don't know, Keiko. Did you say Keiko or Lombard?
It's tricky.
Keiko would probably be like pick 12 or 13, I'd say. That's what I've been hearing. He'll be going to Essendon, and then Lombard for Gold Coast. If I could show you the full... So what I'm going to have to do with this stupid power rankings thing, because I can't go more than 8 texts in a row, I guess when the pick is selected, I'll just get rid of it, and then we'll move from, like, I don't know, power ranking 1. Let's just say Sullivan gets taken #1. Then I'll go from 2 to 4.
Business, you know the day goes fast. There's orders to make, stock to manage,
Sportsnut, just have a little check about the stream chat. There are a few people that probably need to be monitored right now.
Because business doesn't stop, and neither do you.
Business doesn't stop, and neither do you.
Businesses on the grow. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
That's the powerful backing of American Express. And looks like... Why does that keep doing that? That's the third time the broadcast has just gone black. There's a slight chance maybe we don't do it. Or we just do a window capture. Or a display capture, possibly. That might work. Whatever the streaming is cover, I do them. I don't care. Don't care about that.
A big hole tonight. Joey, you were drafted by John Beveridge.
Yeah, the legendary John Beveridge. He drafted most of my teammates and most of the St Kilda
Selection
players.
2.
He was a wonderful man. It's been a sad couple of weeks for the St Kilda Football Club, but they are naming their best first-year player at St Kilda in honour of John Beveridge. So that's been announced during the week, which is
So
really nice.
so you can't actually do that, as you can see right there. So I'm gonna have to constantly do new ones, and it's gonna be a pain in the ass, man.
And at Richmond, and people were just inspired by him.
Might just not bother. Use Google Chrome.
As a tribute tonight, you'll see his son Harry. He'll be entering
The problem with Google Chrome is the quality.
on their draftees, and
For some reason, the quality for Google Chrome is no good. It gets crap really easily.
Well, a man with a very important job is the AFL CEO. Let's head now to Andrew Dillon to begin the 2024 AFL draft.
It's okay to hear it. Yeah, worst case scenario, I'll just have it so you can hear it. But then I've got a little bit of dead space on the bottom left. Maybe just have live chat or something. I don't know.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2024.
Anyways, looks like we're beginning, so that's good.
Tonight's an exciting time for the AFL competition.
I swear this is a repeat of what he said in the speech last year because I watched back the last year's draft a couple times. Don't ask me why, but I did. And far out, it sounds almost identical.
All wanting to realise their dreams of becoming an AFL footballer. We received more than 1,000 draft nominations from players from every state and territory across the country. Our largest number of nominations
1,000 nominations. There'd be a heap of people that are nominating knowing that they're going to get nowhere with the nomination, aren't they?
The best Australian sporting talent. To those of you selected, your new clubs will provide you with the tools and teachings to be successful. However, it will be up to each and every one of you.
Andrew Dillon, for the most part, like a lot of his, it's all just formulaic corporate crap. Him and what's that other? Got her name. Laura Kane. Bloody hell, it's the same corporate crap junk a lot of the time. That a lot of the fans you just can't relate to really at all. They're not transparent enough with all that.
Well, Chris Tocce was widely respected by everyone in the football.
I'm watching on Google Chrome and damn it. Yeah, Google Chrome sucks with KO for some reason. Microsoft Edge is the way to go. I wouldn't have assumed edging would be the way to go on KO, but I guess that's the way to go for this time.
On behalf of everyone at the AFL,
and Hamish McLaughlin, and Gillen McLaughlin, and Andrew Demetrio, and well, actually, I'd argue Gillen was a little less dull and robotic than what Andrew Dillon is at the moment. Look, it goes to shit quality straight away. Every time I use Google Chrome, I'm just going to keep it. Like, genuinely, I can still see what's going on. It's just blurrier. It goes to 1080p to 360 in a matter of minutes. It does it as well when I do footy games, every time.
The player tonight who will be presented with the Aylett Medal is about to have his name called and his life will change forever.
He said that in the last one as well. I vividly remember that.
Telstra AFL draft starts now.
He said that in the I swear it's the exact same script. You just change away. It's like, can I copy your homework to a mate? But it's just the exact same shit.
The Richmond Football Club, the coveted #1 pick, and Joey.
I don't know why I'm too angry about that. And why is there a kid? Why is there a kid? I wouldn't want to be
such a key plank in their rebuild.
Wouldn't want to be a Richmond fan if the child's having the say in the selections. So, okay, who do we think is going to get selected? Pick one. Sam Layla or Finn Sullivan? Basically, the only two selections. Lockie Miller, someone's... how much time? There's 4 minutes 20. The Richmond recruiter's quite young. Geez, it's almost like the Temu factories. They're selecting them quite young. I feel like they could wait a little bit. I genuinely wonder why is that kid on the laptop as well? It's like, isn't that a bit distracting from what would be a very significant night at the Tugs? Or are they all wait? Because I guess they probably already have pick one confirmed, probably, but interesting.
Would push their case with Sid Draper. So
anyways, now when the Saints come round, obviously it comes without no surprise if you're a new viewer that I go for the Saints. I literally have the new St Kilda flag and bloody beach ball and wearing a jumper and all that. So.
Well, I think maybe in the last 24 hours they would have.
That's the recruiter who passed away's son. Is it? Oh right.
Most clubs in recent years.
Yeah, because that's right. That's I think Richmond's draft recruiter passed away. I don't remember what his name was, but that's fair. I'm not going to say anything wrong about it.
We're just waiting for the moment, and then it'll get rolling from there. And as we said, the picks will start to fall pretty quickly.
Be cool to get to the draft one year, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Because how am I going to have any links? Unless for whatever reason, 20, 30 years down from the track, or more than 20, 30 years down the track, my son is a draft prospect, but
the pick is in, so we'll just wait for Andrew Dillon to
probably not going to
reveal
happen. This is going to be interesting. So who's going to be pick one? I've got
well done, Harry.
Not a
really
100% confirmed idea, nor do many.
For the Richmond Football Club as they look to
pick
rebuild.
one.
and launch into their next success.
Blaze in the chat.
Yeah, you touched on it, Sarah. It's remarkable, isn't it? I
You
think
could get
Lee
drafted
Hartley's
tonight. You
done
never
an
know.
exceptional
I
job
feel like of all the
keeping
chances
his
of
cards
creators
close
getting
to his chest
drafted,
as well
Henchy
and
seems to be the
creating
most
intrigue
likely
around
chance
this
next
year's
year. So
draft.
imagine he nominates and they pick him for like pick 79 or whatever.
As well as Blair Hartley, of course, sort of spent
Thrown in
hours
chat. If you guys haven't
on
already, hit the sub button. We're trying to get to 41.8k subscribers. I got a couple of draft videos as well later down if you still want to see a bit more of the draft stuff
Ryan Geesham there,
this
son of Jeff
week.
Geesham, well known as an AFL coach at Richmond too. And of course,
But primarily, if you're an AFL fan, you'll love the content that I put out.
The player who does go pick one can
Hopefully.
handle being pick one. There is always that extra pressure and expectation that comes along with being the number one pick. So they would have put some thought into that,
I don't
and
think
they
Henchy got into the Pioneer
has
squad
the
yet,
talent
but he's
and probably the
probably
match-winning ability, but
trialing
also
out. You'd
has
want to
the
get into
capacity
one of
to
those
handle
NAB
the
League
pressure that
teams
come with it.
very soon because he's got one more year at it, so he's having some big pre-seasons I've been hearing.
And is able to handle everything.
Henchy, you won't be
There is
pick
an
one.
added level of scrutiny that comes with the number one pick. They will
Yeah, you need to be playing NAB League. So if he's not playing NAB League at all, like what are you? They're not going to scout you out of fucking Kyneton Tigers or anything like that. Like, that's not going to work. G'day, Jordan.
With pick one, Richmond have selected Sam Lawler.
Wow, there you go. So Sam Lawler. Is that how you pronounce it? Lawler. Sam Lawler. I mean, he was like probably 75% confirmed of being the selection. Couldn't imagine there would have been too many other options. Okay, so now what I have to do is I've got to actually update the text now on the screen. And shit, I think I've lost it.
To present the Alan Aylett Medal awarded to the number one draft
Dun
pick,
dun
please
dun
welcome
dun.
representing the Aylett family, Ricky Aylett.
Bum, ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba. Ba, 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 boo. Well, I can update it on this one, I guess. Oh, think about you. Ba, ba, da, ba. Layla will be a flop. Yeah, because you're doing well in life, Marlo, to say that.
What a moment for Sam Lawler receiving the famous yellow and back jumper.
Yellow and
from
back
Frank
jumper.
Watson, the former Tigers superstar skipper, and an incredible life-changing.
Fucked it up because I had the Mark Tanovic meme text.
He does. He's a competitive beast, this boy.
I'll just do this.
He is so powerful through the midfield. He extracts
Yeah, that'll
the ball
work.
very, very well from stoppage and drives it forward.
You've got to
He's
be
also so exciting
careful
in
with
the air. He can stand on their shoulders.
removing
He can
stuff
dominate
because
games.
otherwise
He'll
that could
influence the
ruin
outcome
the
of
rest of
games.
the
You can see his point of difference.
graphic.
Some
But
of his work this year-
Sam Layla, I did expect him to be pick one. I literally had that as the template name for every player, but good to see for the young man. So he was ranked 5 in Fox Footy's stupid little predictions. Why was he ranked 5 when it was kind of obvious he was kind of going to go pick 1? So we can get rid of him in the pick 5, and now we can move to 6. So it looks like for North Melbourne. Any predictions in the chat? Surely we've got 400 in. Someone would have to have an idea. Someone watching this will have more of an idea than me.
Thank you, Sarah. Sammy, what a moment. It's a
New
nervous
Jersey,
line.
arguably my second favourite part of the draft night.
When did Richmond let you know that they were going to take his
Yeah, I guess that's right, but too bad this is bloody 360p quality, so I can't see what they look like.
Family and friends, but a lot of people here I didn't tell, so it was a bit of a surprise for them, which is nice.
New sub, Sharky, thank you very much, mate.
by 10-year-old Harry?
I hope you know what
Yeah, I like Espresso. Sometimes it plays in the car and I sing it, but let's be real, I'm shit at singing and I don't know the full lyrics either.
You class yourself as a Dave Warner, 110-metre 6 you hit. Is there a bit of sugar on that, or was it all the way?
I think it was even further, maybe. Nah, I'm joking.
Darcy didn't even present him the jumper.
Play footy, so I still love it.
Well, was that even supposed to happen?
Said, were you nervous? The family, they're all in tears around here. Like this, who was the most nervous at the table tonight coming into it?
To be honest, it was probably me.
Let's try and get the likes to maybe 300 for this stream. We'll go realistic enough, so We haven't hit the like button. We've got 397 in, so let's get up to two. If we get it up to 200, I'll do. If we get it up to 200 by the next pick, I'll do a punishment.
No, there's obviously a lot of pressure, but I think with Richmond this year, they got a lot of picks. So
You got the lyrics wrong, but who cares was great. Oh, I know I got the lyrics wrong. I'm terrible with remembering lyrics. To be honest.
He's going to be so good, and I can't wait.
There's no pressure, but you do model your game on Dusty, and you love it.
So Ben Dixon was also the guy on ground level doing interviews last year. I remember that.
I got plenty to chase, but I'll try to get in there early.
North need another mid. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? North are just getting every bloody pick seems to be midfielders. Yeah, it's like it's going to get to the stage where some absolute stars in 3 or 4 years are not even going to be able to make the best side. But let's be honest, I think it looks like North are going to be selecting Sullivan. What did Cal Toomey say? Let's have a look at it. Cal Toomey said, yeah, Finn O'Sullivan. You trust Cal Toomey. I wouldn't trust him with everything though, but I'd probably trust him with that one. He is a... Sullivan is... Who's he compared to most? Let's have a look. Oh. He is compared to... He's actually ranked 5 on ESPN's. His best trade similar to Isaac Heaney. He was a dominant force through the under-16 and a bottom major. The multiple injuries are yeah, so he was injured. He was injured. If he wasn't injured, he probably would be pick 1. He was quite injured this. Yeah, but still, looks like they'll pick him. But let's see. North Melbourne are pickers in.
With pick 2, North Melbourne select Finn O'Sullivan from the Oakley Chargers.
Alrighty. Finn O'Sullivan. I love you for life. For life, lifetime. I also think I fucked those lyrics up as well.
And to present the jumper, please welcome Keith Grigg.
I might get a chat up on my phone whilst doing this, so I'm not missing out on much.
Really classy player.
Finn O'Sullivan.
He's been likened to the Bond, which is no easy comparison.
Likened to the Bonds. Yeah, geez, that's big name to compare yourself to, that's for sure.
Lift the work rate. He can accelerate very, very quickly and get through that heavy traffic when the way runs and cruises around the ground. He's got every trick in the book. He can stand on your shoulders. He kicks it magnificently.
All right, pick 2. He's also a midfielder. How many picks are we going to get until we get a non-midfielder? Well, it's semi-karaoke in a way, because I guess you got the chance to sing the songs they play when they pick the plays. Better not flop next year. Even if he's not as good as maybe he should be, it's the first year, so you're not going to say after 1 year, oh, you're crap. We're going to delist the number 2 pick because he didn't have the greatest first year. They're not going to do that.
And that's where he's going to really put some heat on opposition.
I wonder what the quickest delisting of a number 1 draft pick or a top 3 draft pick is. If someone has the answer in the chat, let me know.
And really put his teammates into dangerous positions. He's another exceptional.
It's Josh Shackey. Quickest, you reckon he's the quickest delisting?
I'm told loves his camping and fishing and the great outdoors. So Clarko's got a good character on his hands.
And Clarko's got some decisions to make.
Yeah, I mean, early days, that was different because you didn't have much of an idea early days, to be fair. A lot of the time, they just guessed. Like, you're not wrong all the goals. Anyways, I've tried something a little bit different on the graphics. I've gone for a little bit of a tilted design of a couple of the boxes. What do we think of that?
North Melbourne give you any idea that you're going to be picked 2?
I think it looks nice.
It was, yeah, a pretty surreal moment, just staying with my family and
going to be pissed if Carlton steal Drake, but they shouldn't.
You had a bit of a taste of it this year.
They shouldn't. Who's next available? I think they get Jagger Smith. Let's probably say they do that. I would imagine they probably also just get next best available mids, and I think Jagger Smith is the best still left, but we'll see. Or they might go Ashcroft and then Brisbane match the bid.
Yeah, no, he's been awesome the past couple of years.
Looks good, says Master Jono. Thank you, mate. Where can I watch it?
Just a few tips and pointers.
It's Fox Footy and KO.
So yeah, no, I can't thank him enough.
All-Australian 2023. I mean, it's been a big couple of years for you.
So you weren't allowed shot on
It's gonna be an
YouTube.
interesting one, mate. He's
Seems
pretty
like the
hard.
draft
He
is
loves his
alright
fishing
because
in
it's
camp,
like
we do too, so he
people
might get along just
have been
fine.
doing it.
Nah, I'm
It's
sure we'll
just
get along fine. Yeah,
broadcasting most stuff is
What about the
not
North Melbourne,
something you should be
building?
doing,
They're
like
coming into
AFL
it.
games.
There's plenty of upside for North, but as a supporter growing up, who was it?
I was Hawks, man. And yeah, I was still have soft.
Well, Keiko should be an really exciting, and I guess without Stringer, you'll have an extra spot for a player like that, I guess. Even though they're not the same type of players, but still.
We see some of North Melbourne's older young superstars just watching on in the background. Joey, they might be wondering where Clarko's going to put them all.
And it's going to be a scary core group when they play a few more years together. As we said, they are building some sort of midfield in particular. Still got some work to do with some key position players, but they've got a beauty there.
I'm a massive fan of Nico Gamer. We just got to... that needs to be a bit smaller.
An important
Thanks for whoever did that, but that scared me. I thought for a second like I got hacked. We're almost at 500 viewers. Wow. We've never hit 1,000 before, and I wouldn't think we hit 1,000 tonight, but you never know. People stick around and are enjoying. What is the point of the 5-minute countdown between picks? Well, sometimes teams don't actually know who they're going to get. If another, like, if a team is eyeing down on a certain player, but then the team before them picks it, then how are you going to know? Jagger Smith for Carlton. He was apparently touted as the #1 draft pick at one stage, I think, but he is a good hit, good get. And not surprising. I mean, I think there wouldn't be a Carlton fan watching this thinking that that's a fucking shit idea. I think you're going to want a player like that. Crows get Draper. Yeah, if the... Well, actually, that's not confirmed, though, Andy. Apparently, I think it was the AFL that had Harvey Langford as the Crows' next pick, which I find interesting because Draper's the next best midfielder available, and you probably don't need those. You want cricket-style midfielders anyway. So, and wouldn't you want the South Australian-born local who goes for the Crows? So, if this isn't Sid Draper, this would be interesting, and I think you should pick Sid Draper. Sid the science kid, they say. Well, they don't say, but maybe he's a science kid. You never know. I wonder when Ashcroft is going to get picked, though. That's my query.
Absolutely love this kid. I love watching him play. Just his balance and his lateral movement is elite. He's got a really nice mix of contested and uncontested top
I probably should put this up in my story. So the Crows have the next one.
And round 10 shifted through the middle part of the Coates League. He had 50 disposals and 17 clearances in one game. 50 and 17 clearances. And then he just backed it up the next
50
week.
disposals.
And 9 clearances. So he is an absolute ball magnet, but he uses it really well.
And these games are shortened games too. They're not the full week.
Ashcroft is going to probably get picked when the Lions get their first pick.
He'll be up in the 60s.
So to do that, you need footy smarts and a good work ethic.
No, he
Let's
won't.
head now to Ben Dixon.
Thank you, Sarah Jagger. I just want to touch on, look behind you. Have a look at them going berserky.
They like keeping teams honest.
Yeah, no, I think the AFL looked after me a little bit.
Fuck you, mate. Shut the fuck up. Fuck me, mate. Someone says. Thanks for giving me a good laugh. If you're talking about me singing, it's my streams. If I want to do that, I can do that. I don't know why you're so angry.
Yeah, no, you know, I've got to go in there and get the respect first before I think about getting a game. But yeah, Dad's been huge for me.
I do wonder how many games Jagger Smith would play for Carlton, because Carlton have a good side so far. Heading into next year, got decent side. They'll bring back some players. So
yeah, it was good. Obviously, first time.
You take the pick 3. You wouldn't think this guy becomes a bust.
One of my good mates as well was great experience with the Richmond Bulls.
You know, actually, I just realised they've missed a big opportunity. Why they could have just played Moves Like Jagger as the song after he got selected. Yes, that's not a recent song, but I couldn't see why they wouldn't do that. I got the
extremely nervous. I think, I had a good idea that.
What do you
might
think
be
so
around this
far?
range, but never true.
I'm not surprised. I mean, it's probably what I would have. I didn't do a phantom draft, but if I did, this would have been my top 3 with Sid Draper as number 4. And who would be Melbourne?
Thanks to go.
Who would Melbourne get? Once again, probably another midfielder and probably get Langford, maybe?
Smith there as we turn our attention to the Adelaide Crows, who are on the clock now at pick number 4. Now, Joey, you spoke about this before. This is a pivot point tonight. This is one that will really shape the rest of the top 10.
Yeah, I think Adelaide Crows have liked Harvey Langford, and it'll be easier to see why with his attributes. But it's hard to overlook the local young talent. I mean, you get the stay-at-home factor, everything that comes along with that. And to be fair, Sid Draper is an absolute star in his own right and might be a point of difference.
Speaking OG move like Mick Jagger slept with a 15-year-old. Oh, I didn't need to know that. And I didn't probably need to read that out either. These will get Langford if Crows won't. That's what I'm thinking. I'm saying Adelaide Draper, Melbourne Langford, and then...
Whether we like it or not is still an issue in AFL football.
I mean, Ashcroft still hasn't been picked up yet. But obviously, if he was not a father-son, he'd be picked up already.
Figure whoever they pick will probably be quite the speedy type.
Well, that's where they're slightly different. Harvey Langford doesn't quite.
I will take Smith. You would.
And stoppage as Sid Draper does, and there's been a bit of talk about Adelaide King.
But I do want to try and actually take a look. Okay, pick is in for Adelaide, so let's see who Matthew Nix and the likes of are selected. You'd think Draper, but if it isn't, there'd be your first surprise of the night.
And all of a sudden, it starts to look really nice, and they can continue to build.
And there was some discussion around Carlton being interested.
I might stream tomorrow. I just don't know how long it's going to take because I have something on that I want to do at 8:30, but I could delay that.
The Blues announced their pick, but the fact that he's still on the board, I think they'll be delighted.
A huge amount of people in the recruiting room there, Shifter, as we head back to Marvel.
All right. Pick 4 for Adelaide. Drapes.
With pick 4, Adelaide select Sid Draper from South Adelaide.
Sid Draper. Sid Draper. Boys and boys.
Dimitri 2024 is now a member. Pretty predictable draft so far.
I should probably stop fucking singing. Pretty predictable. Yeah, you're right. Cheers for the membership. W for Andy Munro. Yep. You'd be happy. I couldn't see a reason why you wouldn't want that selection if you're a Crows fan.
To present the gentleman for Adelaide, please welcome Nathan Van Berlo.
Because once again, I think midfield could be argued as a bit of a weakness in a way. But obviously, he's not going to make... Oh, see, I don't know how many of these players are going to make that immediate impact or straight away fit into the side and go, wow, what a talent. He could, but I don't know enough, so don't quote me. Toomey's 4 out of 4 so far. So yeah, Toomey's gone. Layla, O'Sullivan, Smith. So Ashcroft is going to be pick 5 then, according to him. So Melbourne are going to select Ashcroft and then he'll be matched. But if not, well, yeah, I don't know. Good work, Cal Toomey. I wonder what the chances of Cal Toomey having the stream on in the background are. Probably like 1%. Yeah, I see that. So I've got it up on this another tab here. He has the top 5. He's got Ashcroft, Langford, then he's got Smilly, who I want for the Saints because I want to get a midfielder. I'd be pissed if we don't. Then Travaglia for the Saints, then Leo Lombard, and then Taru, who'd be good actually. Alex Taru or Turu or Taru.
Sid Draper has got this uncanny knack of just already being at that level where he's got a really nice balance.
All right, anyways, Melbourne's next pick is in, so we'll get that updated. Oh, it's going to be Ashcroft.
All right, let's go and find out a bit more about Sid the Kid.
Sid, one thing to get drafted.
It's going to be Ashcroft.
To the club that you support,
So
that must be
Caltibi's 5 from 5 now.
So special. You know, we've been barracking for the Crows for as long as I can remember. So to be called out by them is such a special moment for me and the family.
Big year in Sanford. You played with your brother Arlo, so it must be a good experience to play against the men.
Yeah, it was awesome to play against, man, especially with Arlo sitting over there.
Mate, be careful what you say. Don't say it's awesome to play against men.
So special. Yeah.
Tough year for you. Stress fracture in your shin, out for 12 weeks. You must have.
Now, people probably have seen this going, what the fuck? But it's...
definitely tough to hear at the start.
And they've got to change every other club. It's going to be a pain in the mother's backside doing that.
To be able to get back and play football for my state.
It says Melbourne bid on him.
Captain it and then play Sandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just lucky to get back and play football.
Always ask the family.
Melbourne have bid on him.
You got a pre-game superstition.
I should just change this to Brisbane, but I will change it when it's been confirmed.
Okay for on air.
Yeah,
Levi D, this is crazy. OMG, no way.
Every game. That's
There's someone that probably does think that's going to be the case.
Okay. Oh, there's plenty of that. I can see.
I need to update these power rankings as well.
Surely to grow that.
Can we get 1,000 viewers? Like genuinely, I'm not even kidding. There's
yeah, this is
who
taking
knows?
a while to grow, and it's still blonde, so.
Well, you celebrate this with the family, Sid. It's terrific. You get to stay in Adelaide, and
sorry, but I'm gonna call him Sid the Science Kid. Like, surely other people.
Congratulations to
Lucky, mate.
for being drafted and for outsmarting Ben
Hey, Caden,
Dixon.
please shout me out.
Little interview.
Yeah, sure
Well
thing,
done. Now, it
Caden
is now
McDonald.
pick number 5, which is with
That's
the Melbourne
that's
Football
definitely
Club.
my name.
And we have a bid on Levi Ashcroft. It's finally come, Joe.
It has finally come, probably slightly later than most people would have thought, and I'm sure Brisbane are going to match it.
Well, someone within the chat thought that Levi Ashcroft will be taken at Brisbane's first pick, which is like, I don't even know what that is, but like in the 30s or something.
First round, or even having a pick in the back end of the draft. So, yeah, that's where Melbourne have decided to fall, and Sid Draper's learned his first lesson. Don't tell Big Dixon anything off air, because he'll use it against you on air.
If we look at those selections too, that
Should I just update it now? Then
multiple picks in the 40s,
pain in the ass.
They acquired through the trade period, obviously pushes them back. I'd expect to see the Brisbane Lions trade back in again tonight, because their next pick will come at pick 68, and I'm sure there'll be another bid.
It's not that high. It's actually not going to be that big of a deal.
To pick another player at some stage over the course of the next 24, 48 hours as well.
So we just wait for the Brisbane Lions to officially confirm that Levi
Officially
Ashcroft
confirm.
will join them.
Let's have a look.
With pick 5, the Brisbane Lions have selected Levi Ashcroft.
Levi Ashcroft for Brisbane. He's going to be an absolute jet, and he's a reason why they're not going to drop off anytime soon. Let's be real. You know, people are going to be annoyed about that, but that's just the way the father-son rule works in the AFL. Is that? I can't think of too many other leagues that have that as a rule, to be honest. All right, let me just update everything now real quick. Good old Levi Ashcroft. Should I put All right, if the color of the number is yellow, it means that it's matched. So as you can see now, if the color is yellow, oh, you cannot see me for some reason. I didn't even realize. I think my webcam's hot again. Hold up. But if the number is yellow, that Lions jumper's like, yeah, you're going to get all over that, Andy, because of all these leaks. All right, hold up. I'm just going to fix the camera. Gold logo, yep.
Plays a poor game. He's not yet 18. It's quite amazing. He's not 18 until December, late in December. So he's one of the babies in this year's draft. But he's ready to run.
Give me a second, chat.
He makes great, quick decisions. That's what the game's all about, isn't it? Winning the ball, having your fundamentals right, summon the situation up quickly, and executing well. He does all of those things brilliantly.
A famous name at the Brisbane Lions, Ben Dixon. I imagine Levi is absolutely over the moon.
Yes, very happy, Levi. You know Brisbane so well.
I don't know why it is frozen though.
Time there, and you got your family here. Be nice to just make it official. How do you feel?
Yeah, it feels amazing. Obviously knowing that a while that I'll be going to Brisbane, so it's really special.
Okay,
to
good.
Be made official.
And the old man,
just got to change the obviously to Brisbane.
Flag and a Norm Smith. You've got 3 with the Sandringham
I
Dragons.
believe it was
I wanna
just
ask you
once again
on the Premiership Day,
camera
you
getting
didn't wanna
hot,
touch
which
the
it always
cup.
gets
Can you
hot,
just
man.
tell us why?
Needs to sort itself
Hopefully I
out.
didn't touch my own one day, so yeah, I didn't really want to
So Levi Ashcroft.
That one, so yeah.
So I'm assuming Langford will be Melbourne.
What about Dad?
Could fix the hole in the 4-line string. You can piss off.
And Will gets your attention. Did he just leave you, or did he give you the same attention coming through?
Nah, same attention. I think he was pretty good with sharing around with both of us. But
So if I have a coloured number, it means that it was matched. The bid was matched.
Your debut VFL, just a lazy 35-11 clearances. You're just warming into it.
I'm gonna get the live chat up on my laptop as well, on my other laptop, just in case I need it.
I was on for the first time, but yeah, really looking forward to the official time.
Do Saints hit a forward or a mid?
Talking, Marcus, they're all heading up to Brisbane, so you're going to be a big, happy family up there.
Yeah, it'll be
Probably
it'd be really cool
more.
to have everyone up there, next year,
We
next
probably
year
need a
family.
mid, I'd say, more than a
There at the
forward.
moment, so to have everyone there would be really special.
Special
I'm
moment.
gonna have to be honest.
Thank you.
Do you reckon Essendon will be in this? Yeah, Essendon are going to select Keiko at some stage, mate.
So, Joey, how does he break into the best midfield in the game? They're a premiership midfield.
That's a great question, Sarah. I wrote it down. I mean, you've got
Great,
Dunkley Neal, his brother
great
in the midfield,
question,
Pluggage.
Sarah.
There's Berry and Jasper Fletcher, Cam Rayner, and we know the forward line is stacked with Archie and Loman, who announced themselves in the final series. Lincoln McCarthy's going to be...
Cardi, how do you think the Saints will do next year? Well, I actually am quite optimistic after going to the crest design. A little bit more optimistic than I guess I would have been. And I'd say wait till the draft, but I don't think the draft has an immediate effect. Yep. So it's 6 from 6 in a way. It's not as big of a surprise as I thought. Harvey Langford. So it's Richmond, then it is St Kilda. Shit, we're next. Well, not next, but we're soon. I don't know the lyrics to the song. Draft is too slow. They drag it. It's not as slow as some other events. I don't even know why it's that big of a deal that you're saying that. They've obviously got to want to talk about the plays and all that because not everyone knows heaps. So they're trying to review all the plays and if you're watching and want to know who you selected for your team, they tell you and they interview the players and all that. So I can't understand what you mean, but at the same time, I also feel like it's not that big of a deal.
And he has emerged. He might have been like some of the other boys, as dominantly 16.
Alright, I'm hearing the subscribe animation, so we might be getting we're getting a few subs, which is good. It's not as slow as the Brownlow. Well, obviously not. The Brownlow. Still feel like they could fit this all into one day. They used to do it where like this is all one day. I'd like to know how long it probably took. It probably took a whole lot quicker per pick. Well, it's not my power rankings, Hudson. It's Fox Footies, so you can blame them. So the entire top 6 have all been in the top 6 of the power rankings. Murphy Reed's now next, but I think Richmond are going to get Smilly. But like, I'd like him as a Saints fan. What the fuck?
At Melbourne, they can probably ease him in, starting him as a half forward and eventually work his way through the midfield.
Ben Dixon, introduce us to
Who's actually? I might have made a mistake. Who's actually supposed to be pick 12?
It's pretty exciting, but it's been a long journey for you. You got overlooked in the under-16s. Did that light a fire for the next couple of years?
Yeah, I think it definitely did. And I thought it was pretty stiff to, not make that under-16s team. But yeah, since then I've worked so hard and.
Fucking hell, my story didn't even post.
Just got to keep those selectors that didn't select you under-16.
Bro, why the Hawks on here? It's because they've traded away all their first round picks because obviously they had a pretty good. Why is this also? It doesn't matter. It's because they've had obviously a really good trade period and all that. They're not really investing in the drafted as much anymore. They've already done that. They've got all their good players. Richmond have picked 12. Let me just update that.
Yeah, to wear that Tigers colours are pretty cool.
We are the dried up
Brisbane. But yeah, it was an amazing week training with them. And
so St Kilda are the ones next after this. So it'll be interesting to see the Saints get. It's going to be very interesting to see the Saints get.
Congratulations to Harvey Langford, headed to the Demons. So we've got Richmond back on the clock at pick number 7. It is their second pick in the draft after selecting Sam Lawler with pick number 1.
All right, who do we think Richmond will select in the chat?
Is it just next best available talent at this early stage?
Do they get another midfielder? Because they probably think they do.
And we know that the top end does have the midfielders. There's still some good mids available. I think that's the way they will go. They should go, and we'll find out in about 5 seconds.
All right, let's have a look. They do get Josh Smiley, I think.
With pick 7, Richmond select Josh Smiley.
I genuinely reckon Josh Smiley. That's how you say it. I genuinely reckon Toomey might not get one in the top 10 wrong. So who the fuck is St Kilda going to pick now? I'm actually a little bit... Because Toomey doesn't reckon we'll get a midfielder.
To present the jumper for Richmond, please welcome Jack Rewald.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. Jack Rewald doing the presentation. What happened to the Suns? What do you mean? Where's Dusty? How's Jagger not pick 1? He was never going to be pick 1 up. It was at one stage. I know I was hearing stuff about that, but not as of late.
His great skill set and a beautiful kick, as you point out,
Great.
In those areas as well. He's a natural leader. We talked about him captain the Australian side early in the year. I'd like him when he's in the midfield.
Saints will get Reid and Armstrong.
As well as Cripps. So
My Photoshop is not opening.
It's incredible. Yeah, I'm with you, Shifter.
This
I
mouse is
actually
so
like
crap.
his forward craft. I think his ability to stretch him when he does push forward, his size overhead.
Oh, now here we go. My mouse sometimes can go fuck itself.
He's got range from outside 50.
It's crazy what love can do. How crazy. Do you like the new Crows and Gold? I like the Crows logo better than the Gold Coast one. I give most would as well. You know what? It's crazy what love can do, chat. She wear next. I just realised the Saints are next.
It's pretty intimidating in there. And it's extraordinary just how tall these midfielders are. As you said, he had Jack covered. All right, let's head to Ben Dixon.
Certainly is tall, Sarah. You said that.
All the goals. You on the chat still?
Jack Rewald, and he's handed you the jumper. That must have been pretty special.
Yeah, no, it was very special. It's a privilege to be handed by the jumper from Jack and from the Richmond Tigers. I'm just very grateful.
And you spent a bit of time with the reigning Brownlow medalist, Paddy Cripps. What sort of advice has he given you?
Yeah, obviously a lot of advice, and but just something down to just.
Is pick 12 for the Tigers? When is pick 12 good for the Tigers?
So, yeah.
Trained with the Hawks pre-season for a week. What'd you learn?
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
A lot just about the culture being at an AFL club, and now I'm lucky enough to be there, so I can't wait to crack in.
They haven't got into an ad break yet, actually. When do they get into their first ad break? I thought they'd get into an ad break by now. Maybe it's after like the first 8 or something. Studio's talking 8. I don't really care. I don't care, man. Who is St Kilda going to get? So, according to Cal Toomey, he reckons we'll get Toby Travaglia, who is a running defence. So we'd be the first team to not select the midfielder. Who is the next best midfielder? Murphy Reid is.
They're here because the journey's a long one, and they give you a lot of support, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. The past 18 years, I couldn't have thanked all these guys behind me more, and yeah, as I said, just really privileged to be here today. So it's awesome.
Where did the Suns picks go?
Appreciate it.
Great stuff.
Some of these stream like far out. I'm going to time this guy out.
They have there as we have a look at the St Kilda Football Club.
The Suns are going to
what are they going to do? What does your
match. Oh my god, this thing's annoying.
Well, they still need a fair bit of young talent. They know that, and they've got a great opportunity with the 2 picks inside 10. They have to make sure they get the right players because they've drafted well in recent years. Wanganeen Miller, Filippo, Darcy Wilson. So now it's important they can nail the next 2.
See Ross Lyon, their senior coach, in amongst all the recruiters.
Oh,
Shifter, talk us through who's in these rooms traditionally.
Let me actually see this live. You just keep yapping. You're a... You literally, I'm streaming. What else do you expect me to do? Sit here in silence? Any of these fake egg footy accounts just hide, honestly. So the Fox Lab, I can barely see that. Turo, yeah, I like him. Lombard. I think we actually would probably get Murphy Reid. I'm actually going to say we get him. I'm yapping. I'm going to set this to slow mode. What's up with the chat right now? Thought I'd have a bit more of a professional and mature chat. All right, St Kilda.
With pick 8, St Kilda select Toby Travaglia.
So it's 8 from 8. He is 8 from 8. Toby Travaglia, is that you say? Toby Travaglia. From Bendigo. And we have the next one, so it's either going to be we get the next one or it's going to be matched bid. What's going on with the chat right now? It's like I can't really read it properly because people are just spunning absolute garbage. Cozzie's going to be doing the honours. Well, look, it looks like he's a guy that can move into the midfield. I feel like we almost have enough of these sort of running halfback, but still. Yeah, I know, AL, but the problem is there are a few shitty people in the chat, so just try and fix that. Travaglia. I'm not even going to bother saying it on the other graphic because I know it's going to fit, so I'm just going to say pick 9. I do wonder how Saints TV thinks of that. I might let them know about it. Turn off facecam, you NPC. I'm gonna just fucking quickly monitor this chat right now because these people are just joining and trying to. I really shouldn't be worrying about the chat at the moment, but I am now. I'm gonna have fun saying that. Travaglia. It is it runs well off the tongue, doesn't it? I'm not gonna lie. Will Day. How tall is he? That's what they've been saying. Is he like 190? Is he in the 190 centimeters? All right, we're going to set this to slow mode, guys. So just think it's pretty necessary. So I can actually read the chat.
Hopefully for their sake, they've got a beauty.
A smile there from the coach, Ross.
Oh, this is pissing me off now. This is the.
Toby will be smiling as well.
Certainly would. Ross has got a smile on his face, and so he should. Toby, what a big.
So I'm now going to miss the interview because of this. Cold up. I'm going to just have to make it a little bit colder. Overheating my camera as it always does on these streams.
Yeah, I did get the wood over Harley. Yeah, haven't let him forget about that either. So yeah.
And you're a Carlton supporter, and this year you got to play with the VFL. That must have been pretty exciting for you.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, I'm a Carlton supporter. Obviously, Saints supporter now. But yeah, it was a great experience. I'm very fortunate for the time I had there.
And you got a little bit of Will Day about you, and you got the opportunity to catch up with him. How was Will? He's a quiet, sort of spoken man.
All right, chat looks a bit better. Just
unreal person.
Do a few timeouts. John, you make no sense, but it's all right if you want to continue wasting your time by saying crap like that.
Have a look at the family here.
Someone says Caulfield pick. Yeah, hopefully not. That is the one.
Davey, did you dish those out? You already knew you were going to the Saints?
I had inklings. I didn't really know for sure, but yeah.
So he's a Ballarat. Yeah, that was the one concern, I guess, with a player like that, but I'm hoping shouldn't matter. I'm doing the best I can.
Could you live up to that, Steve?
I reckon you can do a bit better.
Oh, geez, I know. See what happens, but
I'll put some pressure on you. So
Ross Lyon.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, we actually played for the same Teresa Sharks.
I could probably make the text black. It probably looks a little bit better. No, I'll leave it. No, Tim Yule isn't getting drafted. I've had this discussion on another stream.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Stop hating. Mate, I'm not doing anything. I'm just reacting to the idiots in the chat. Saints are so bad, lucky not to be in the bottom 4 next year.
It's funny,
you don't know what you're talking about, my friend.
Mason Redmond type and
We're not lucky to not be in the top 4. bottom 4
And that's
next year.
Exactly what Toby Travalia is. He's a meters gain type of player.
Sammy, seriously, mate.
Perfect for the Saints.
Yeah, well, he and Wanganeen Miller across half back will be pretty potent.
Okay, so we
You're not doing anything to monitor the chat, so stop encouraging them. We've taken Lombard. Yeah, that's fucking what Cal Toomey said again. He's going to get the entire top 9 right. Top 10 right. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, to be fair, it's not that surprising.
Maybe there was a bid coming around this point for Kako.
Yeah, you're right, Sarah. I mean, if you look at the picks there, it actually, the way they've done that...
No, I'm sure most of the people are normal. They're just choosing to not be normal right now. I don't know why.
They were originally positioned at pick 40, but...
I hate this new Gold Coast logo because it doesn't work with graphics at all.
They must have thought that the bid was going to come for Isaac Kako prior to that.
It doesn't work.
Reason you would get rid of that selection. And in all due respect, I didn't think it had come that early, and I just think it's an absolute blunder by Essendon, and they're going to have their work cut out for them in this draft to get back in and select some high-end.
Actually, to be fair, kind of works. Stop talking. Shut up, mate. I can do whatever I want.
You want to bid on him before 9, go for your life, be prepared to take him.
The gold version looks alright. I actually don't think it looks too bad when you have red over gold.
I think Essendon have had one pulled over them and just given up an elite talent at pick 9 in what we've spoken about.
I need to know who subscribed there because I can't actually see.
For Essendon, they had to work their way through it and think about it. The worst thing that could have happened was that pick 9.
Let me just see who it was.
If a bid came earlier.
Well, sorry viewers for talking. Next stream I'll just not say anything. You might as well just watch the Fox Footy broadcast, and if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean it was always a tough situation for them. Maybe St Kilda did call their bluff, but in the end, St Kilda did need some small forwards.
Getting the subs though, which is good.
On Lombard here, they need to continue to add.
I have zero knowledge, but that's okay. Yes, cool graphics.
No doubt the Gold Coast Suns
I'm not really known for my knowledge in the AFL as much as others, but sure.
So we have a look at Leo Shifter.
Might just ignore this chat, honestly. It's not saying who's subscribing because I don't know why that's... I don't really know why that's coming up. I can't see it. Oh no, here it is. So Gold Coast get Leo Lombard. We knew that was going to happen. There we go. That should fix it. Beepa, ba-dee-ba. I'm going to start getting rid of some accounts now. Gonna start getting rid of some accounts. Sammy, you are a useless moderator, my friend. You're a useless moderator.
A wonderful moment for Leo. He's crafty around goal shifter and explosive out of contest. Damien Hardwick's going.
All right, Saints have pick 10 now, so I've got to update all the other crap. What happened to Power's pick? I am now fixing it. It's because of the draft order, so the teams have like all shifted. But I'm changing that right now.
Had a super year again. Athletically super. He's ranked first in agility.
It's going to change again when Keiko gets selected. That's the only issue, but I now need to see on. Okay, the draft rounds. You got Melbourne. Yeah, Sammy's useless. Nick, if you want to maybe just try and monitor the chat a little bit. Try not to take too much of it. I don't care. I actually don't really care that much. It's just almost annoying the other viewers a little bit more, and I don't want that.
Tico, we can't wait to hear more from Leo. Fire away.
Leo,
Nick's doing nothing. You're doing nothing either, mate.
Best mate, that was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's really special to me. He's been my best mate for a long time, and I've always looked up to him, and he's pretty much my bigger brother. So, yeah.
Been in the academy since you were 12, so you know the place inside out. You played in the 2023.
I'm not going to bother changing too much more until Keiko gets selected, I reckon.
On and off the field, and yeah, it holds a special place for sure.
And last year you did 6 weeks pre-season under Dimmer in his first year. How was that?
Oh, that
Who has pick 24?
Unreal experience to.
Pick 24 would probably be Sydney. Yeah.
So, yeah.
about the family? Fully
That
stocked
needs to
here
all
again.
be.
Look at
It's
this, merchandise
kind of
shop's
hard,
just
but
been rolled out for the Gold Coast.
it's all right. I'm getting it working. It'll get all sorted when it gets all done.
Yeah, they're all pretty special to me. Oh, very special actually. So yeah.
And Lark Medal gives you a great reward for a great year.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. Obviously, sharing it with
I'm not giving you mod, mate.
Harvey,
I'm not giving you mod. Don't even bother asking.
Well done, Leo.
Sorry.
Congratulations, you're a son.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh.
Fuck yeah. Oh, he swore on national TV.
Oopsie.
He swore.
Very excited, Joey.
We'll give him a pass. He'll learn from that one. But no, as I said, Damien Hardwick is going to love.
Nah, you've got to allow that. That's actually quite funny. Good man. Who's not getting mod? The guy that asked. If you're not, I'm not giving away mods at the moment. I'll sort it out myself if I really need to.
And they're building really nicely. We know they traded in their half-backs that they were after, and I think they're building their list beautifully, the Gold Coast Suns.
So Saints are back on the board. Is it going to be 10 from 10 for Mr. Toomey, or will this be a midfielder and maybe a Murphy Reed? Because I can't, or Turu or Reed. Let's see. The Saints have got, I'm going to say Turo.
With pick 10, St Kilda select Alex
Told you.
from the Gippsland Power.
10 from 10. We've gotten 2 defenders. But if they're the 2 best available players, you take them. But I reckon there'll be some Saints fans unhappy with the fact that they don't have a midfielder. Saints are cooked. Blake, you wouldn't know anything so far. These 2 could end up being absolute superstars. Saints are generational bottlers. They know what they're doing. I don't know why people think they just keep blindly picking random players without knowing. They probably have their plan. This guy's the best key defender in the league, though. And let's be real, we all know bloody we all know good old Ross loves his defenders. I need to look his Saints TV stream. I want to see what the viewers are saying on that one, because I want to know if they're happy about it or not so much.
He was a star of the running vertical jump. It's only a small point. He's grown to 193 with a wonderful jump. He gets up there. He was first overall amongst all the boys from around Australia. And you see that the way...
We're going to hit to 300 likes easy, it looks like. 2 defenders. Why do I support this club? Well, there has to be a reason for it, I would think.
What a birthday present for he. Yeah, they've just paired him with his Vic
They don't seem too annoyed, although I definitely feel like, yeah. Who else is going to be a midfielder that week? Because we haven't even got the midfielders yet. It's always been our big issue.
Doesn't need a lot of possessions, Joey, to have a massive impact on games.
Yeah, still so raw, but potentially could be the best player.
All right, well, Melbourne are the next pick in.
Some examples you mentioned that the Tom Stewart comparisons. There's a bit of Jake Lee.
Oh, I just realised this.
Reads the cues and can come off his man and
There's something here that needs to go.
Against Geelong Falcons, he had 17 disposals. 16 of the 17 were intercept possessions, and he took 8 intercept marks. I mean,
is it just me or are you glitching terribly? I'd arguably say it's just you, and you need to refresh the stream. Wait. No, yeah. Cardi the chatterbox. Why are people all of a sudden saying this shit like I'm supposed to just sit here in silence and do nothing?
You were injured and you've been a bolter. Shifter said you're a big bolter in this draft, but how many clubs actually genuinely spoke to you?
I think all 18 clubs talked to me.
What are Saints thinking? Yeah, I'd like to know what the thought process is behind that. So who's Melbourne going to get? Let's just look at the Toomey draft.
The tears are absolutely flowing. Blowing your kisses.
Looks like they're going to get Bell Allen.
Yeah, it's really good. It just shows how much he loves me and how much appreciation my whole family.
Where is Toby Travaglia from? Looks like he's from Ballarat, from what I saw from Andy Munro.
She's as happy as I am.
Would you model your game on James Sicily? We just heard the rap from...
Was I glitching terribly a couple of seconds? Well, if I'm fine now, I'm fine now, so it's all good.
I've never been one.
We aren't here for you. We're here for the free draft live stream. Well, unfortunately, I'm not just gonna say nothing.
I think I can be as good as anyone.
You can be a little bit more respectful as well, actually, chat. But respect just seems to not go both ways from what we've seen.
Every night, so yeah, definitely.
What about, you only get limited tickets. Did you have to cut a few friends and give them the sorry you can't come tonight?
A couple of people got the flick, but I think they'll be happy with what sort of happened.
But I guess, yeah, maybe it does make sense why people are pissed at me talking, because I just want to see the live broadcast now. It's actually not that hard to believe, but maybe I'll turn up a little bit.
Alex, what a character. The Saints are getting
Stop reading the chat. No. No. Anyways, jeez, it's building up. We could get 1,000 here.
Two half-backs. It'll be interesting to see where they end up in time. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be defenders long-term, but plenty.
I will be reading the chat no matter what people say.
He tested well at the combine.
Because I always read chats in my live streams.
Is that what percentage is the combine testing in the overall picture?
We generally say it might be 10% of it. You know, he looks like he can jump when you.
But you know what? If I've got nothing relevant to say, how about this? I'll just leave it. I'll say nothing, and you guys can listen. All right? If that's what you guys want. Okay, I'm here for the people.
That's pretty elite what he can do with his running vertical jump, and we're not surprised.
All right. Anyways, Melbourne had the next pick.
With pick 11, Melbourne select Xavier Lindsay from the Gippsland.
Ooh, all right. Richmond was supposed to get this guy. He is I think he's a bolter. This might be the first one of the first big bolters. Where was he in the power rankings? Here.
To present the jumper for Melbourne.
He was 15. All right. So it looks like he's like a hybrid of a midfielder and a defender. And we have 911 viewers. Whoa, it's a number.
Has drawn comparisons with Scott Pendlebury. This sounds fantastic.
Yeah, he's the Morris Medal winner for this year.
Isaac Keiko to Essendon. Yes. I mean, we all know that will happen, you would think. Xavier Lindsay. I don't know a lot about this guy. I guess now that the Saints have had all their selections for the first day, I haven't really got as much of an interest. I still do have an interest.
Across half-back, you can play wing or even inside midfielder. Lovely young leader as well.
It's looking like we're getting to 1,000, but I'm not sure if they're bots or not.
Leadership role with the West Coast. There's a left footer does most things right. Just doesn't fumble the ball. Super courageous and has been a.
Maybe I think that looks like we've actually got 1,000 people in the chat. That's crazy. Some might think they're bots.
Go through the midfield, as you mentioned, shifter on that beautiful left foot of his, but I'd love to see him start his career off half-back. I think to see the game unfold in front of him, we all know to be able to use that precision kicking off half-back and really set up your counter-attack and quarterback from that.
I can't be too sure though, to be honest. They could be bots.
For Xavier Lindsay going forward.
That does feel it's been a real focus for Melbourne in recent years to get that outside skill and polish. They got Caleb Windsor last year. They've bought Billings.
So Richmond have another pick now.
In recent years, and now they get another beautiful user.
For the people that are actually like watching this and have a bit of an interest in it, let me hear your predictions. Who do you guys, if there are any Richmond fans in chat, want to see selected?
Championship decider, Morris Medal, like the big stage.
Try my best, yeah.
Your mother, Kate, now.
All the people in though, it'd be great if you could help the channel by subscribing. I might do the second day potentially. I was gonna not do it, but looks like it might be worth doing another day.
Not much.
What about your travel from Inverloch to Morwell? Hour and a half, like you're in the car with mum. Who controls the music?
Yeah, probably me.
Bo Allen.
Pretty easy going.
Okay,
Whatever
looks
I'm
like Bo
feeling.
Allen seems to be the player of choice.
Probably more Taylor Swift.
Bo Allen. Who did Toomey
How
go
close did the
for?
talks get yesterday? In terms
Well,
of
it's
the
yeah.
build-up
So
to the draft?
basically, it was the difference between Bo Allen and Xavier Lindsay. I'd probably say Bo Allen as well.
And a Gippsland boy, do you like Scott Pendlebury?
Yeah, I've always idolized
Too many people in.
So, yeah, he's pretty good.
I've set this to slow mode so that we genuinely have 1,000 people watching the stream. This is a stream record. I might actually get this on my little weekly blog.
But yeah, just got to find my feet and then respect from the boys first, and then yeah, we'll go from there.
Alrighty, the Wednesday, we're just currently getting through the stream. Looks like the stream's gone well enough for me to have record viewers.
Wonderful
That's
stuff.
crazy.
Big congratulations
People seem to be
you.
enjoying it. So, yeah, it's been good. Saints have gotten their players, and we've still got another, well, probably halfway through the picks, so it's going all right.
I mean, huge talent out of that area.
Absolutely.
If you guys want to watch that, you can become a member.
Joey, to that mix, and as you mentioned, Sarah, the names that you just threw up then, it's been an incredible breeding ground, and they seem to have a really high ceiling. The country
You've been
kids,
botted?
don't they?
I don't think I've been botted, to be honest. Look how fast the chat's going.
Clubs just can't wait to get through the doors.
Maybe I have, but
Richmond on the clock next with pick number 12. We know they're the busiest club tonight.
I genuinely don't reckon I have.
It's what they do next, Joey, that's really interesting.
Weird how Richmond have only had 2 selections. They still have another 6.
Whether they go that way, and this is now the decisions they start to make about.
Have you seen speeds in Australia? I know that, yeah. It's not probably relevant to right now, but it's going to be chaotic. Why is Essendon not getting a pick in the first 24 series so the team is crap and they get no pick? Because they traded away their freaking top 10 selection or whatever it was for a future for Melbourne, who I didn't think was, well, they didn't need to do that. Because I actually now think Melbourne are going to finish higher than what that pick would have originally been for Essendon after seeing their fixture.
With pick 12, Richmond select Taj Houghton from the Sandringham Dragons.
Okay, I don't think many people thought that was going to happen in the chat. All were saying Bo Allen. I wouldn't mind having a read up to see who actually...
Fox Footy's own Ben Waterworth has compared him to Shea Bolton. So
I don't know a lot about this guy, I'm not going to lie.
a wonderful comparison there and great scenes.
I'd love to see the rank that they have. I think he's not... Oh, no, he's... Yeah, no, he is. Taj Houghton, another midfielder. Congratulations to him.
Incredibly highly.
Got it right, nice. Well, Carl Toomey didn't get it right, and he's been getting the top 10 right, so there's that.
He had a game where he had 32 and kicked 4 at the start of the year. He looks one of the best.
What is Essendon doing? We're getting no picks. Well, you guys are going to get Keiko soon, at least.
It looked like someone like Richmond that could grab a boy.
He's a good talent, I guess.
Top 5 player. He's like a bee in a bowl.
Taj Houghton. Looks like he's got the class, the scoreboard impact, and the potentials there. Let's have a little read through his profile. I want to see where ESPN had him ranked. I'll just quickly read through that for the people watching. Particularly the Richmond fans that might not know a lot about Taj Houghton. I'll do that in a second. Let me just update this graphic.
Yeah, you know I get a bit of man love for some of these players, but Taj Houghton was one of them. He turns on the afterburners, and in a blink of an eye, he is just gone. He's an extremely unselfish type, and his cruising speed is 90% of what other people's top speed is. So he's an electric talent. And Shifter, you mentioned earlier about one of the great recruiters of all time, Noel Judkins, and him chatting about players.
Are these legit? They actually are, yeah. No, it's people have been getting around the stream, which is good.
I saw when I watched him was at
most at least.
And at the front of a pack, and he was as clean as a whistle.
Do you think Richmond's rebuild will be successful? I think it will be, but this is a massive draft for them to nail all these. Well, not they don't have to nail all because I'm sure not every player they get here will be an absolute star, but they need to turn at least 2 or 3 of these players into some the likes of Dusty and Koch and like those sort of players. I feel because of how much talent this draft pool is showing. But yeah, I'll just quickly grab up this. Well, let's see where he's ranked in the draft rankings. Let's have a look. He was a Saints fan, I think.
Yeah, they've been amazing. Just learning off them.
Okay, no, so he was ranked top 16. He is a similar player to Sheasel.
Yeah, I'm
tore his ACL earlier this year in May, I think.
How you coming along there? You ready to run it the Tigers pretty quickly?
So he probably would have fallen down a little bit due to that.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be running ASAP, maybe in a week or something. So yeah.
So he's actually probably a good get considering if he wasn't injured, he'd probably be almost a top 5 pick for the in this draft.
That it is, but when you actually hear your name, what does it feel like?
Yeah,
Eagles will either get Bo Allen or Murphy Reid now. I think the Eagles have to get Bo Allen if he's still on the draft table. The problem is, though,
You find
Richmond have
yourself
one
at
more
the bottom
selection.
of the pack pretty quickly. Talk to us about the role Matthew Lloyd's
Hmm.
played. in
Okay,
your
well, this is going to be an interesting one then.
Yeah, Lloydie's been amazing. Yeah, he put so much time into all of us boys at Haileybury. All of us
Harry Armstrong. Harry Armstrong hasn't been selected yet.
Yeah, Lloydie would be stoked.
Do Richmond need a fourth midfielder? His brother was delisted by the Saints. Yeah, Ollie Houghton. Yeah. Bit stiff to be delisted, but he didn't. Yeah, he didn't really provide a lot.
Heaps of people here, everyone's enjoying it. So.
Well done.
Awesome. Looks like quite the party. We'll let you get back to it, Taj. Congratulations. I'm sure they're all incredibly proud of you, and good luck in your journey as an AFL footballer.
Thank you, sir.
How much fun.
Most of these power rankings are kind of gone now.
We've seen all the reactions all night from the families and what it means to them.
How good is the stream? Cheers, I'm glad you're enjoying.
Since they were 7 or 8 years old, playing in their backyards, the parents and all the work they've done, driving them around to all the trainings and all the games and all the commitment they've put in.
Why do Eagles have pick one? What?
Start their AFL journey, which is going to be
because Eagles in the
it is a special night, and I've loved
trade period. I forgot the actual deal they made, but they got rid of. Well, I forgot the full extent of the deal, but they had pick 3. Now they have pick. It's now down to pick 14. You'd think the Eagles would have had a higher pick in this year's draft, but they fucked themselves over, I feel. All right, well, Keiko has now been selected from the Bombers, so it looks like the Bombers are getting their pick here. So I know there have been people in the chat going, when are the Bombers getting anything? Well, they're now going to get something.
Over the next week or so of training and be ready to play, say, round 1.
Now I'm going to move around the order once again.
Recovering from injury, given them multiple choices, so we couldn't get a confirmation that they'd definitely take him. So
1K is possible. We reached 1K actually. I think it peaked at 1.1K, so that's the new record on the stream, which is kind of cool. I really didn't think it'd be a draft stream because I'm not probably known as one of those draft channels.
Yeah, and look, in all respect, fantastic. There'll be no doubt the Bombers will match this. He's the outstanding and the most classy small forward in this year's draft.
He looks good. He's like, I guess, similar to Watson in a way. I guess just because he's a small forward probably, but he seems to be an excitement machine, this guy.
They lose a couple of picks in the 30s and
probably will end up being a cult hero for Essendon, I would imagine. So the Bombers fans will be excited for the acquisition of Isaac Keiko.
Back into this first round, or at least early in tomorrow night's proceedings.
Just saw Nate.
Will you eat the whole Macca's menu for $500?
Really close. In fact, Isaac was at the draft supporting Nate when he was drafted to the
know,
Bombers.
mate.
So great to
Probably
see them
not.
reunite.
With pick 13, Essendon have selected Isaac Kako.
Isaac Kako. Matched bid. There we go, Bombers fans. What do we think? Any Bombers fans in the chat? We got 1,000, so we might have 1 or 2. Are you a fan of the New Generation Academy? Well, I was at Next. Well, the Saints have benefited from the new Next Generation, so I think I'm pretty sure that's how we got Mitch Owens and Winhager. Get in, says Sammy. Massive stuff for the Bombers, and then Richmond are now going to have pick 14, so that's going to be moved down once again. So West Coast won't be getting a pick till 15.
Much needed small forward.
And much reported, of course, his parents from Iraq.
I'm definitely going to have. I'm not going to have enough space to fill in 24. I'm going to need 2 more for 26. I should be good though.
Selfish as well. Sets the play up with his run. Courageous. Yeah, he's got a bit of Cozzy Pickett, even Charlie Cameron.
It's good if it benefits your club. It's good, exactly. If it doesn't benefit your club, you're annoyed. But if it like, for example, it doesn't affect the Saints, that pick right there, because we've already gotten our 2 selections. Surely West Coast with Bo Allen now. Oh yeah. Oh no, but Richmond have the next pick though. But I don't think they're going to go another midfielder.
He can get up a bit higher too.
We will see though.
We'll
see.
Like Brian Myers in the sense of he's got this innate ability to find targets inside forward 50, which makes him dangerous up around.
Hi Cardi, my name is Lewis and I like your videos very much. I like the energy you bring to chat and I appreciate the video. Yeah, Lewis Lunny, thank you for the comment, mate. Anyone else that wants a little mini shout out, I guess, to the viewers, just feel free to let me know.
Excited. Your sister's on the phone. Lath, your father, come up here. He's a Richmond supporter. Are you now an Essendon supporter?
GWS also do have a few picks coming in a 5 or so selections.
Lisa, my daughter, she's in San Diego. And yeah, she's crying.
Mason, how are we, mate?
Isaac, what a big moment. You got your sister
How
there. She's
tall am I? I'm
overseas
around
and celebrating with
5'11".
you as well. Yeah, real special.
I don't know exactly, maybe 5'10".
Yeah. One thing about, hey, I'm Ben Dixon. I'm the star of the show. So yeah. Oh, hi,
Shut
Ben.
up,
Yeah,
Dicko.
She knows who I am. Yeah. Oh, she watches Bounce, does she? Oh, right.
Shut the fuck up,
Isaac,
Dicko.
I want to tell you, Nate Caddy's behind you. You supported him last year, and he's returned the favour, sitting right behind you.
Yeah, played heaps of footy with Nate, so yeah, it was a real special sport.
I love you. Watch your video every time. Thanks, Man City fan.
So at Parade College, apparently.
Well, if we can get to the sub goal, that'd be great. If you guys want to see any other footy videos, I tried my best with making the most entertaining footy videos and streams as possible. I do footy reactions as well, and I have another couple draft videos out there. So if anyone is watching this and would like to subscribe, it'd be cool to get to 41.8k, but I'm not going to force no one to do anything they don't want to do.
Yeah, I've been itching for it to start.
And it looks like KO. Oh no, I thought for. Holy shit.
Of the draft, let's head there now.
Oh, it's just gone. I need to get back to live. It skipped back a bit.
That's unbelievable. The family's
Okay.
so excited. Isaac, well done.
Hold up. I might have to just fast forward a little bit.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's do that.
His numbers are on par, if not better, than the Wizard. Nick Watson, of course, at under 18 level, so he can come in.
Sign up for the Fox Footy commentary team. Cheers for the sub, Roland. Oh, we're almost going to get the goal. Yeah, Fearless. It's a stream record. Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be pretty exciting. Caddy in the air, and then if he does happen to drop one, Kako cleaning up the mess. So Essendon, get their man. He's very excited, and I'm sure they're going to enjoy watching him play for a long time.
I'm looking forward to hearing Dwayne Russell and Anthony Hudson.
What's happening at Port? Yeah, I'm just moving down the selections. It's taken me a little bit of time to do, whilst also trying to read the... Because, look, it's not hard to do just if I'm just trying to control it, but I'm trying to control it whilst watching the broadcast, whilst reading the chat. So, give me a sec. Port Adelaide...
So that is great friendship from the dynamic duo. I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Would actually have pick 15. Pick 16, sorry.
Yeah, let's hope so, Sarah. They've obviously lost.
I've made
a lot of
a
power
mini
inside forward
mistake
50
with that one.
In Jake Stringer, haven't they? Obviously, a little bit of speed with Nick Hine, and then you bring in Isaac Kako to.
But it would
to
ultimately,
really
as I said
shake
before,
things
would be
up inside
fixed.
That forward
So.
50, and as we've spoken at large about, it's a type of player they've lacked for quite a while now. And
Who's Sydney picking? That'd be good for the club.
Next Generation Academy and
Apparently, I
I
was looking at. I forgot his name because I don't know too many players. I'm not going to lie. Like after like the top 20 selections, like in the prospects. But I think there's a player that I'll have a look for you. Just give me a sec. He's like a hybrid of a forward and a ruck.
With pick 14, Richmond select Jonty Fall from the GWV Rebels.
Jonty Fall. Okay, Louis. Is he a bolter as well? Let's have a look at where he was ranked.
I think Jonty's in there somewhere. Congratulations. A bolter tonight.
He's a bolter.
Footy draft had a huge second half of the year, bouncing back from a back
A big bolter. Rated it. He's a tall forward. Okay, and I'd say Richmond certainly need a player like that. So good get, I would think. He's rated number 30, and he's similar to Brody Mychek. Averaging 2.7 goals in the Talent League and 1.7 goals in the National Champs.
Topped it off. He kicked 27 goals, 11 matches with the Rebels after having that back injury early in the year. But he kicked 5 in a final to propel his team they got into the grand final, and he was a leader. So
We've hit the sub goal. Have we? I haven't had a look. Give me a second. I'll have a look in a sec. Jeez, we might have to update that sub goal actually. Might do that real quick.
Separates him from many others. You let him in front, bang. He clonks it, so he's your Jack Revolt if you want.
He's probably the most combative of all these tools in this mix.
Is he the... he wouldn't be the highest rated key forward though. I'm pretty sure there's another one that's a little bit higher rated. I just need to take a look again.
Last season, and as you said, Shifter, a penetrating kick flies for his marks, and there's the key forward that Richmond are hoping can anchor their rebuild for the next 10 to 15 years.
All right, let's head to Jonty now. And
Not the greatest name, though, as a commentator. Like, if he takes a big mark, how are the commentator's name?
How are you feeling?
Paul! Or will they go,
Feeling great.
Jonty!
Yeah, got the whole crew, got family and friends.
They probably preferred the Jonty one, I
stoked.
would say.
Congratulations, Jonty. Did you have any idea that Richmond were really keen? And
Jonty Fall with a great take. Goes
I
higher than the
didn't really
deep blue
know. I had a
sky.
bit of a feeling, but the draft's so sort of open, so I had no real clue.
Yeah, everyone subscribe. That'd be great. Alright, we've changed the goal. Let's see if we get another 50 subscribers. They go Jonty? Yeah, I would think so.
Siblings and
This power ranking, I might get rid of the power ranking graphic actually.
With the whole crew of Richmond
But
players
Bo Allen has to go to West Coast now, and I was watching True Footy. He wanted Bo Allen, but he was not optimistic that they would get Bo Allen, and it looks like that's going to happen.
I think it'll be a great experience, and it'll be awesome to have everyone sort of going through the same.
Because Bo Allen was actually predicted to be a little bit higher at a pick 11.
Fun time, yeah.
And Sammy Lawler, your teammate there, is going to be playing with you at Richmond.
What a waste of a pick. He would have been there later on in the draft.
Yeah,
it's a good point actually. Richmond have so many selection. Maybe they were fearful another team would get them before their next pick, but
Jonty, who did you barrack for growing up?
who would have wanted a player like that? Maybe Port? I don't know.
Tigers man there. You'll be looking
Not
forward
too
to
sure.
round one, Carlton and Richmond, the traditional.
Okay, so you know what? Fuck it. I might as well shout my Instagram out. Can we get to 6.1k followers? We need 17 more. I'm going to quickly just chuck a little text up on the screen.
Yeah, we thought they might have gone for Bo Allen, Joey, didn't we? But I reckon West Coast
are happy that they didn't go for Bo Allen.
Absolutely licking their lips now, and they traded out of that.
I'll chuck a little bit of a text up here.
Hoping that Bo Allen would still be there and
Post in the chat. That's up on the top screen.
The thought was that he wouldn't.
Why are the Tigers doing these risky picks?
As well, but
well, they've already gotten 3 midfielders, but yeah, it is a bit of a riskier one.
Fantastic scenes there for Jonty.
As in, like, they could have just waited a little bit. Someone said it in the chat earlier. It's not a bad call.
Brilliant stuff. So we've got the West Coast Eagles coming in at pick 15. So
all right, everyone who's followed me, I'll give them a shout out. Jack Smithen 13, Chill 28, J.LYK, Jonah TNML, Asmoon Baran, Chelsea Cheevan. Thank you for the new followers. Appreciate it. I'll post other stuff on Instagram as well. Flag Port. Dremsino died. That's I did a terrible name. Dremsindo, Costa Tukarids, Ross,
so we've got a trading of
Cecidas.
That's
I'm no good at pronouncing names. Flag Port, Razor Footy, Nay Sharman, TD Dog, Connor McCrannon, Monisca 33. Jeez, thank you. Bro, shut up.
Someone that they want to get ahead of the West Coast Eagles, whether that is Bo Allen,
someone just said
linked to Bo Allen, but whether it's another tall forward, whether it is maybe a Shanahan or an Armstrong.
You'd think interesting. One of those two.
Matt Redder, Thomas Galt, Seth O'Rourke. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Allow Port Adelaide to call out Bo Allen's name, so I would say there's someone else in.
All right, West Coast do have the next pick, and you would think it's Bo Allen.
West Coast have traded pick 15.
They've traded.
Port Adelaide.
Why the fuck have they done that?
So the talk with Port Adelaide, there's been the two sort of schools of thought whether they want to.
What are they gaining out of doing that?
I sort of look at they got Lukosius in the door, they've got Ollie Lord, they've got.
Who are Port going to get now? All right, well that's just weird. It's as if West Coast just do not want to select anyone.
From Collingwood, they targeted Jack Lukosius for their skill and their ability to find marks inside 50. That's been an issue for Port Adelaide in recent years.
I'd honestly laugh if they'd go get Bo Allen.
So I just wonder whether they might go for one of these small sort of half forward types that can really add some polish and talent into their front half.
All right, pick seems to be locked in for Port. But they're not going to get him, I know that.
15, Port Adelaide select Joe Berry from the Murray Bush Rangers and the Wangara
Joe Berry. Eagles doing the no draft challenge. They love to trade down the order, it looks like. Anyone else I'll shout out on Instagram? Talvin Ian, Monisket 33, I'm the GOAT, 0039 Fran, Piper Raquel, and Seth O'Rourke. Jeez, I've just gained like 30 followers. Let me quickly have a look at this guy on the ESPN draft profile. So where was he? Okay, he was 14. Okay, he's in my power rankings there. He's probably the best half forward, I guess you would say, like pure half forward, small forward, I guess. And you can see his highlights in some low HP quality because of the fact that stupid Google Chrome doesn't know how to get a good broadcast.
A small forward, he's absolutely surgical in the way he goes about it. He picks them apart, whether that's by hand or by foot. And I'll say this, Joey, there was a lot of talk around the Fremantle Dockers as we wonder why clubs trade up and move.
Are you going to go to the Indigenous All-Star? Nah, I wouldn't. I don't even think I'll be in Australia for that, to be honest.
Port Adelaide Football Club originally, so I just wonder whether it's a bit of a whack from the West Australian counterpart in the Eagles, and they've let Joe Berry go south instead of west.
Well, you can see here some highlights for why he's the triple threat. I mean, he's got
surely they get Allen. Like, seriously, if they don't, if they trade down again, the Eagles, like, man, I don't even know what to say.
For Port Adelaide, they've gone and got Joe Richards. They've got Willie
Isaac
Rowley.
Keiko is my EDFL teammate. That's pretty cool.
All right, let's meet him now.
I've never had an AFL player as a teammate, and I probably don't even know if I remember ever playing against an AFL player. To be honest, I'm never been that great.
No idea. Tell us about that feeling.
Yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking, but yeah, just exciting, and I was just happy to be here. So yeah.
You've had a great first 4 games.
Brother, it's Kako. Okay. Is it Kako or someone said Kako? Is it Kako or Keiko? I think Kako.
Yeah, I do try to put a fair bit of work.
Yeah,
into
legend
it.
Matt. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just lucky enough to get a few on the board. So yeah.
And on my notes it said you model your game on Robbie Gray, and you're going to Port Adelaide. There's a nice fit.
Yeah.
Well, let me just follow the new St Kilda recruits.
Robbie Gray's game, and yeah, it's awesome to get there. So yeah, looking forward to it.
And your mates celebrating you fine. You're nearly in the HIA, mate. They grabbed you around the head and had a crack at you. But you got a good crew here, all the boys?
Yeah, got a good crew. From Benalla, Mansfield, Eurola. So, yeah, good lads.
I said to one of your mates, I said, what's his weapon?
Did you see? Yeah, I did see Speed's going to be streaming it tomorrow. That's going to be chaotic. I definitely probably will have that on in the background.
Yeah, backed me up, so yeah.
You're off to Port Adelaide. Go and celebrate with the family. Well done.
Yeah, cheers.
I'm not sure. Do I stream day 2 of the draft now? I almost feel like yes, but I don't know if I'm quite knowledgeable on the field.
At pick 16, and you're convinced that this is Bo.
I think they'll absolutely tear the joint apart if Bo Allen's name isn't read out next. He's an elite talent.
He's still. Yeah, the best talent in WA, and it would suit West Coast needs. If they don't get him, more shout-outs. Well, the Instagram's on the top. I'll shout out anyone who follows the Instagram. Nisha Davidson, Luke Pavlik, Misham Games, Kayla HC, Antonio, Sedasis, Etunio, Fuminano. I am really bad with that, sorry.
The rivalry runs far deeper than just on field.
Ara Elka. Thank you. Have to be Bo Allen.
West Coast select Bo Allen from Field
Okay.
and the Halls Head Football Club.
I like it like that. Cool. So I think it is now Freo with the next selection. Any Freo fans in the chat, they have more of an idea than me. What are we thinking? with what's next available.
Of WA and a future leader at AFL level, potentially.
Stream it, someone says.
Immediate impact, Nick.
Yeah, I might stream it, honestly.
Pleasure of watching this young man pretty closely this year. I saw him play back early.
I just have to skip another gym session because I normally go at night. I'm skipping them. Last night I was busy because of the Saints event. Tonight I'm busy because of this.
When he's got the ball in hand, he's one wood for mine is his repertoire by foot. He's got the ability to weight him. He can punch him. He's got great depth in his kicking. And look, he was a late call-up when Will Brodie was taken out of the game in a preliminary final for the Peel.
Where's the Dogs pick gone? Yeah, I guess I can fully update that then. I'm going to have to add in picks 25 and 26 because I think that's going to be the first round for this draft. I don't understand why the first round has gotten so much bigger now. It's all because of the compensation picks and all that bidding and matching. It's kind of shit. But let me just quickly update so it looks how it should be real quick.
And went through using that speed, contested ball that really turned the game on its head. You're going, wow, look at that. That kid can play. An All-Australian by the end of it all. So a wonderful development year for this young fellow.
I'll do it right now, Blake.
Tops it off for the senior premiership. Got 11 or 12 games under his belt at that level. So he's ready to go. He can play wing or half-back. Might end up in the
Dogs,
midfield,
yeah, Dogs have the pick 20. I am just changing that right now.
Ben Dixon, no doubt Bo is delighted to be staying at home in the West.
Bo's actually relieved.
He would have been really pissed off because I'm sure his...
I'm sitting next to you watching you. Your leg was twitching a little bit. There was a pick swap. Like, talk us through that.
Yeah, I got the leg tap real bad actually, but yeah, anticipating maybe around the mark. But yeah, I'm over the moon. I'm so stoked.
And you get the
Thanks for the subscriber, mate.
That must be pretty special.
Does anyone know what team he supported as a kid, Bo Allen? Was he a West Coast fan, or was he a Freo fan, or was he a fan of another club?
Senior side and finish on a high with a premiership. It's unbelievable. It's the ultimate goal. So yeah, it was really honoured.
And your captain WA, Mark Webb's over here. He's been in the pathway in AFL for such a long time. How big was that to have him as your coach?
Yeah, obviously his first year back from the Doggies, so yeah, I appreciate him so much. Can't speak any more highly of him. He's
he wanted to go. He wanted to go to Freo. True, but you're not going to complain. Like, you don't have to worry about moving cities and moving away from your family and all that. So I think regardless, you'd be happy. Definitely.
Yeah, swimming was good. But yeah,
That's interesting. Freo.
Now you're a Fremantle supporter. We know.
Okay, I've updated, and he's just said it.
Did Wusho,
he just
John
said
Worsfold, when he shook your hand, just go, "You're an Eagle now"?
Yeah, he was pretty surprised as much as I am. So yeah, I think he was stoked. But yeah, I'm so relieved.
Nah, he's not. He has to.
You need to go and celebrate.
I think he's pretty happy, mate.
Thank you.
Great story.
I'll shout out any more of the Instagram followers: Eloise Weston, Bailey Symes, Ehalor 57, Cohen 101, and Aiden Spalding. Every 5 or so minutes, or whenever I get the chance, any new Instagram followers, I'll if anyone wants to follow it, I'll shout them out.
Following on from
You could always trade out in 4 to 5 years' time. Players don't trade from West Coast to Freo very often, mate.
With pick 17, Fremantle select Murphy Reid from the Sandringham Dragons and the South Melbourne District's junior football.
Was he on this graphic? Let's have a look. Or is he another bolter? He could be a slight bolter. Let's have a look at where he was predicted. Murphy Reid. Oh no, Murphy Reid. I didn't even read the name properly. He is a kind of a slider. I thought he'd be picked up a bit earlier. I did not read the name. Yeah, that's good get for Freo. He didn't want to leave Vic.
And composed in traffic shifter. Is this a bit of a steal for the Fremantle Football Club? He was rated quite high in the draft pecking order.
Where was he rated? I reckon he was rated like top 5. I just got rid of him.
that's for the winning team in the championship, voted on by their coaches. You can see what they thought of him.
Milo, just
He's a power runner.
calm down, mate.
Cheeky and creative. I mean that in the right sense. Yeah, he'll look at you and say, I'm going to take you on, and you can handball it through your legs and get it back the other way. He's got plenty of tricks, this boy. A hard runner. I said he's like a Sam Walsh when he's hard running.
He didn't want to leave Vic.
Uses the ball very, very well, and no trouble finding it. Whatever level he plays with it.
Well,
Sandringham, Vic Metro.
You know, you're an AFL footballer, so you can't really get everything you want. I wonder if he is going to request a trade, though, later down on the track.
So this is great that he has slipped through to 17. The way the draft has fallen, as you just touched on, he's all class shifter. He's a gut runner.
Do the Giants get... Well, they've got the next two. I've been hearing they're wanting another small forward.
He's so creative. He does things that, as you touched on, only the
Or a defender.
and things can do with the ability to kick on the outside of the boot and the no-look handballs and all these sorts of things. So, yeah, Fremantle have got themselves someone that can probably start at half forward and move himself into the midfield in time. But here's some of the examples, like the little shimmy and step. He's not blessed with the best speed out of some of the other mids, but he's got that ability to arch the back, and he always knows...
Most Victorian players don't ask for a trade back. I'm just saying some do, though. A lot do.
Here are some of the examples in the championships that we spoke
The bad thing is that we develop them, they leave. I know. But most of them, they just want to leave back to their original states because then both it's hard for GWS and Gold Coast to retain talent. Easier for probably the Giants because they're a better side in terms of their success that they've seen over Gold Coast. If Dogs don't take a defender or small forward, I'm going for Essendon. It would have been cool to have a little graphic as well up to show like the next available plays that.
Adds a different dimension to the
But I didn't really know how to get that going.
All right, let's head to Ben Dixon.
So who could they get?
Do you like the beaches?
Yeah, love it. Looks like it's going to be a great lifestyle.
See, I don't know exactly what the Giants are wanting. What do we reckon the Giants are going to be wanting?
He's obviously warranted going to Fremantle.
Yeah, obviously.
Hi, could you give a shout out to Charlie Madsen? He would love it. Yeah, all right. Charlie Madsen, hopefully going well, mate.
Very lucky to win the award.
Good to see you.
MVP for Metros.
Hopefully watching the streams and all that.
Sort of went ahead of me tonight, and such talent there. So yeah, very privileged.
Any more Instagram shout outs? Broden0, Jack Paul 011, Dillsop 12, Tyler Sheen 703, Lily Private 121, Molly Vichendeezy, Jack Rogers, Els Private 7, Jack Smithen, and Bailey Symes. Thank you very much.
Dockers through and through. So can't wait. So it's fantastic for him. Just so pleased for him.
I'm a new subscriber. This is Tweety Bird, Adele, Daniel, and Stephanie.
Got a room for you over there.
We like the Crown Towers in Perth.
I thought the Giants had 21. Yeah, they did, but because of the fact that Levi Ashcroft, Lombard, and Keiko were matched, they've dropped down. And that actually gives me the idea to just quickly update the colours.
Honestly, he's worked so hard, and it's just all about his journey and what he's done, and just to bring him back. You know,
Lions went through a period where everyone wanted to leave to go home.
So proud that every time he goes out in the ground, he just gives it his best shot, and
yeah,
everything he's done, he deserves. Every
but it's
shot
hard
he
for
gets,
the
so, yeah,
for those states because there aren't many local products. Like, what's the highest rated local product for Giants? Because they haven't really got any academy players, do they, for this draft?
He's a great fella. He's doing big things.
It's
now,
just
so
completely dominated by Victoria this draft. It really is.
A lot of you boys play sports before you come into footy.
It always is, but normally not as much as it is this year.
Been pretty competitive.
Yeah, so obviously played basketball when I was growing up. Sort of gets to the stage where you have to.
Yeah, they're not going to go for local talent. GWS.
Yeah, still love watching it. Go for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're going well at the moment.
You reckon the Giants pick a winger or a good pressure defender to replace James Peatling?
Didn't want to speak to me, but I'm going to ask her anyway. How are you feeling?
I'm good.
Good chat.
I don't think they need more midfielders. I think replacing those players, because they lost a couple over the trade period.
Well done, Murphy Reid.
We'll see who they get.
Fantastic moment in your life, and we look forward
I
to
think
seeing
Jack
you
Wilcock was
in
at Ruck
action
when I was
for
talking
the
about it. So
Fremantle
Sydney could well and
Dockers.
truly pick him up, or maybe
A special
Richmond.
moment for the families as we look to the GWS Giants pick 18. Gosh, they were so close to being in the grand final this year, Joey. They had both.
Since we got Stringer, I think we're good for big forward, says
their
Bonick.
list is good. It's thereabouts.
Yeah, but Stringer isn't going to be a guy that's going to be staying for that long, so I don't think it's... Stringer's not the future.
Drafting as many as they can, the type of guys that can run up the ground and get back. So we'll see.
But Hogan will be there for a bit. You've got Riccardi and Cadman, so I think you're good for talls.
With pick 18,
Forwards.
GWS select Oliver Hannaford. From the GWS
Big reaction.
and the Sandhurst.
All right, and then let's have a look at where he's been rated. Oliver Hannaford. That's a long one to put on the graphic. Henchy says, I remember I played cricket with Toby Travaglia once. That's cool. Try and get some tickets into the Saints room. I want to get in contact with one of these draftees. I wonder if any of these draftees have been watching any of the videos. Instagram shoutouts, Isaac Keen-Eyed and MPR 1v12.
And he was their best player, playing a midfield role, 24 disposals. He played for Vic Country. He'd been playing lots of spots, defence, a little bit of midfield, a little bit of forward. But that second half of the year separated him from many of the other boys. He's got that aggressive edge.
I think it's less risky picking a Victorian player.
He stood out with that, vibrant. Plenty of zest in the way.
Yeah, true, actually.
He created some great goals in one of those finals.
But ultimately, it shouldn't matter, but it's starting to matter a little bit more now because players are feeling more homesick and feeling more entitled to just leave whenever they want to.
Geez, GWS have done it again, haven't they? He's the first of the state combine attendees.
He's ranked 26, and he's a general forward. Who, to be honest with you, I want to know how tall he
I
is.
think he'll build his tank a little bit, which might allow him to get up and down the ground a little bit more. But
I'll find that out when I have a look through his profile.
He's very, very dangerous inside forward 50.
Yeah, one of the
So,
most
yeah,
competitive in
I
this
don't know
draft.
heaps
Paulie
about this
breaks
guy.
tackles,
Oliver.
he loves run-down tackles, and you're right, he's got to work on his endurance to get to that AFL level, but he's got a lot of really good traits that everyone's going to love watching him play.
All right, Ollie.
Definitely
joins us
ranked a lot
now.
higher on Fox Footy than
What is it
ESPN.
like thinking about sharing a forward line with Toby Green and Jesse Hogan?
Oh, it's it's surreal. I sort of can't believe it, to be honest. Yeah, dream come true.
You've got lots of people surrounding you at the moment. Who's at home? Who's cheering you
Not
on?
appearing here.
Yeah, just a couple of friends. A lot of the boys are over.
Can't believe Amar Humu hasn't been picked yet.
But also friends and family. So yeah, it's been great.
Congratulations, Ollie. All the best, mate. You've played in all positions this year. You started defence. You played some midfield and forward. Where do you think you play your best football and can help the Giants?
Oh, he's that general forward we were talking about. Okay.
I'll go wherever they put me, to be honest. Yeah, it could be. I think forward might be the spot for me, but I'll go anywhere.
Yeah, Ollie, at one point there must have been...
They love their small forwards, GWS. They've got quite a few of them. He's 180. Yeah, they'd love it. That's probably the way they like to play.
Your form then after that was unbelievable. Do you have any doubt in your mind that you're going to get there?
He can play midfield as well, I think.
I always sort of had it in me.
I think that's
just
what
sort
they
of fuel
said.
the fire a little bit, so
Well, on here it says mid forward, but on the website it says defender forward.
But yeah, worked out well in the end.
Poor guy drafted by Giants.
Kingsley in the meetings with players that he would drill some guys and ask the
Yeah, I guess so. You're not going to... When you get drafted for the Giants, you might as well just accept that you're not going to be a massive name, I don't think.
Kingers was good, actually, but I did have a meeting with Kingers. It was, it was a great meeting. I enjoyed it. I met with GWS a few times, so it was great to meet Kingers.
I get that.
Very good answer, considering he will be your coach at the GWS.
He's a utility, a small... You don't get many utilities, though, that are 180
Enjoy
centimetres.
this with your family and friends and get to work at the Giants. An exciting time ahead for that club.
GWS are the next pick.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Hear you when you said that.
Yeah, that's right. That were the stories going around that Kingsley was asking all the tough questions and put a few of the young kids on the spot. But no, they've got themselves another beauty. As we said, Giants are really honing in on these guys that can tackle and pressure, but also use the footy and hit the scoreboard and kick some goals. And where he fits in, it'll be interesting because they've got a plethora of guys. You know, Phoenix Gothard was one that they took early last
So the
year,
remaining
haven't even
plays,
seen yet, so,
Harry Armstrong
good shape.
looks to be the best rated.
We have back-to-back picks in... here we go. Back-to-back picks indeed. Here are the Giants.
I think Richmond will get them. Richmond will get them.
With pick 19, GWS select Harrison Oliver from the
Harrison Oliver.
and the St Bede's Mentone.
Alrighty, St. Beans. That's close to where I live. Interesting song selection.
He is heading to the GWS Giants, and our very own Ben Waterworth has compared him to Luke
Harrison
Hodge.
Oliver.
So what a star to try.
G'day, surprised you made the Gold Coast graphic work on. Yeah, I think it looks okay. I've got, yeah, I know. You're not wrong, Science. It's hard to make the Gold Coast graphic look very great, but I think yeah, you're gonna have to work with it. You can't have red on red. All right, so Oliver is a competitive class and reliable, safe pick as a dashing halfback. He defends strong. Okay, good. So they want that halfback to replace like an Isaac Cumming, I guess. His best traits remind others of a Jordan Clark. Okay. Good selection then from GWS. And it looks like the Western Bulldogs are next online, and they have pick 20.
Nick Haynes, another defender, so maybe they just felt they needed to shore up their defensive stocks, and they get the best sort of defender, lockdown defender in this draft.
I was going to say before, when you've got 2 picks back-to-back, what's the strategy, Mick? How do they work that?
Yeah, it's easy. Joey nailed that. They've gone. We spoke about the importance of small forwards, didn't we? Well,
yeah, another shorter one. So 180, 181. Biggest pick of the draft. Come on, Dogs.
For me, it's his ability to come off and impact. That's
it's annoying that I can't skim through who's left and who isn't left in the talent pool. There isn't a website showing that.
That's where he shifted.
So I don't actually know now who.
And his ability on his left foot. Gee whiz, you really want this guy delivering the footy inside forward 50, and you know they.
What about has Luke Trainer been? Would you grab? You're probably going to get Luke Trainer. Yeah, I was going to say Trainer.
Midfielders, he's a
key defender,
so
and he's from Victoria.
Absolutely, yeah, as we said, he can
I'm
play
predicting Luke
Trainer
as well.
To bulk up a little bit, but they're in a position, the Giants, where they can be patient with a few of these.
I know so many people that know him.
Let's head to Harry now. Harry, are you okay? It looked like you were at the bottom of the pack there when your name was read out. You all good?
Yes. Yeah, sure. I was definitely at the bottom of the pack. I definitely got harassed by my mates. But nah, yeah, I feel good now, so it's unreal.
What was it like when your name was announced?
Imagine someone king hits the bloke live on TV and he gets knocked out and he can't do the interview.
You know,
I mean, I wouldn't be king hitting your mates, would you?
A few times, but you know, I wasn't expecting it to be this early.
Well, any picks you're surprised about? No, maybe like Jonty Fall. Probably didn't think he'd be picked 14, and thought maybe Murphy Reid would be selected a bit higher. I didn't know if West Coast would end up getting Bo Allen. But it's mostly expected, I guess, when you consider Cal Toomey got the first 10 picks correct.
Is up there, and that's what I've been working on the most. You know, also my toughness. You know, I love tackling hard. You know, it's also my other strength, taking to my game.
Sportsnet says the Dogs will go Shanahan.
You know, become hopefully the best player I can be for the team.
But why would the Dogs need another key forward, though?
Well, congratulations. This is such
when
a
they've got Darcy, Jamara, and Norton.
I'm sure you'll sit back and enjoy it and then get to work pretty quickly. You're joining a great club. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Shout out your Instagram followers. All right.
Must be exciting.
Flag Port.
I mean, no matter where
and
you
Jack
go,
Paul.
to
Jack Paul, you're in the chat. Thanks, mate.
A consistent finals performer and around the mark must be really incredibly exciting.
It always helps, and you've got time as a youngster to develop. You don't
when am I posting the Gold King Challenge with subs?
Learn off some of the best. He can build.
Yeah, a bit behind with that. Yeah, probably. Hopefully next week. I want to get it out before December, but I'm not in any rush anymore to get it out now. At least, I think we
to be leaving GWS after a few
probably
years.
all know that.
Issues in the past, and they're building a really strong club there under Adam Kingsley, and they'll be around the mark again. You would think in premiership contention.
So we have a look now at the Western Bulldogs, who at pick 20 are weighing up what to do. We see the power brokers in the room there, going through it all shifter, and they would each.
My condolences to the next guy. Why?
They
apparently the Bulldogs have a poor.
How it unfolds, isn't it?
Well, I think that culture has gotten better, but the Bulldogs have not had a great playing culture at the club for a while.
Something where Dom talked about his network and how they.
Yeah, I like the new. I actually do like the Saints' new logo. Fan of it. We've done. Yeah, exactly what we should have done when it comes to like just making it as bit simplistic, but not. Hold up. Cooper Hines. He is the bloke that I don't know if
congratulations to Cooper Hines,
one of my sister's good friend's girlfriend
inside ball winner.
Sorry,
He's kicked a couple of
boyfriend.
big bags of goals this year as
Yeah,
well, which the
okay.
Bulldogs would love.
And his brother. I know his brother, and I see him right there on the telecast, even though it's shitty quality. All right, well there you go. I kind of know this guy a little bit. Don't know him enough to might give him a cheeky follow. You never know. Well, I do know what will happen. He won't fucking accept my follow, but.
Yeah, just that versatility he's got to either win the contested ball at a stoppage or go forward.
When I lose control. Yeah, he follows a bunch of my schoolmates.
It's one that's close to my heart. I've played with
Interesting.
his father, John, and
All right,
he
Cooper
sums up his
Hines.
surroundings very, very early.
Jackson Binns rookie wildcard next year and the year after Jagger Smith.
He's got a lot of potential. He can go forward.
You're
He'll build
optimistic,
his tank
Nick.
and get into the midfield, and trust me, there would have been no shortage of honest conversations.
Well, he was yeah, always going to be round one. I wonder what my sister thinks of that.
Beautiful people, and they've got their wish. They see the young fella stay in Melbourne and start his own journey.
And it feels like the Dogs continue to replenish their midfield.
He's probably happy he didn't go to a GWS as well. Let's be real.
So they have to continue to think about the future. So they got Riley Sanders, and now they get Cooper Hines, who's slightly different.
So Richmond back on the board. They still have another. I think they have another 3 picks. It's crazy.
Jake Stringer type that can really do some damage around the contest and push forward and hit the scoreboard.
Could impact AFL level next year too, which is always good. All right, we're going to head now.
I'm not too sure how much
Congratulations, you are now
he's going to play though for the Bulldogs.
How does that feel?
Thank you. It's unreal. Yeah, just so grateful and super pumped. Can't believe it.
Did you have any inkling that they were particularly interested in you and that?
Dogs can have an elite midfielder for 20 years. They love their midfielders, Bulldogs. They really do.
Good chats with them, so I had a little bit of an idea, but you never know what can happen. So for it to finally happen, I'm just
Hey, check your notification on your phone. You might see a follow request from Cardman22. Speaking of follows on the count, Trolls fan and Ruby Gilman fan. Okay, they're fucking trolls, but that's all right.
The leader and the cultural leader.
All good. They can get a shout out.
In his time there, but mate, the real question I think we all want to know: who's the boss of the household? Is it Dad or?
I know the reason why West Coast gave Port Adelaide pick because they get 16 and 45 and gave Port 15.
Probably mum, mate.
I'm not really sure why West Coast really want pick 45 so much.
What about the prospect of
Assuming that's what you mean by that.
In the midfield? Surely that is incredibly exciting for a young man.
Yeah, 100%. That's going to be unreal. Obviously, grow up watching them boys play footy, and the fact that I'm going to be out there with them hopefully next year, it's just, yeah, I can't believe it still. It's unreal.
And just talk us a bit through your journey to get here, Cooper. You're a slightly sort of heavier kid. You had to lose a lot of weight. You really knuckled down and got fit. And
Did you know that your birthday is an unlucky day?
The work you've done.
No.
Yeah, so coming into my 16th year, probably just...
So they just want another pick.
A little bit of a taste of what it's like at Dandenong Stingrays, and just since then,
Yeah,
I've
right.
been down and worked as hard as I could on my body and my fitness, and yeah, work really closely
Interesting.
with the coaches down at Dandenong, and super grateful for my time there. They've helped me develop so much, and yeah, lots of hard work, but for it to pay off, it's yeah, it's a pretty good feeling.
Cooper, congratulations. You are now an AFL footballer.
He goes to your school. Nice.
Special moment. Everyone's jumping around behind you. And
Well, I know
enjoying
April
it too.
15 is the day the Titanic sunk.
Love it. The players are all very cool, calm and collected and reserved, but it's the friends and family that go crazy. I love it.
And his dad was a local legend, wasn't he? Frankston VFA legend, so he's got him.
Smelly never heard that name.
Footy, and hopefully he plays a few games.
Yeah, look, the character, and there's no shortage of characters in that household, as you saw there.
A lot of the people I've noticed that have decided to stream the draft have ended early. Interestingly enough.
But look, in all seriousness, Cooper's an outstanding young man, and I know Nick Cox and Craig Black.
Loving the graphics, thanks. Went with something a bit different from what I normally do.
With Cooper Hines yet, so he's one a little bit similar to a Jake Stringer in his ability.
No worries, Mutant Land. Anyways, Richmond have the next pick. They're 6 more to go. Richmond do have.
So we have a look
You know,
at
they
Richmond
have-
once again.
they have
We know
another
how
4
dominant
more
they are
picks.
tonight With 8 picks in the 2024 draft, they're on the clock. They've
Fucking hell, they have another
taken a
4.
range of players tonight as they look to bolster their playing list with a large amount of talent.
And you think this is about the point where clubs...
Chris said he was only going to go to pick 14.
If there are names on the board, we haven't really seen too
He did that last year as well, though.
Adelaide West Coast sort of pick swap, essentially sliding back one. So interesting that all these clubs want to hold on to their picks. They know how good this first round is, and they're not really taking many phone calls.
Sam Layla overrated. Well, I wouldn't know. He might be.
With pick 21, Richmond select Luke Trainer from the Sandy Dragons.
So that's the guy I thought Bulldogs would select, but I actually think it's a good selection for Richmond. They would like. They would certainly like to invest in more key defensive stock. So Richmond get a good player. And I might get rid of the power rankings graphic now. It's a bit irrelevant at this rate.
To the Richmond Football Club, surrounded by family and friends. Their pick 21 in the drafter.
Good old Luke Trainer.
Intercepting defender who can turn defense into attack.
Wow, he's bred in the purple. I call
Who would he be? Is he similar to like a Sam Taylor or not? Let's see who he's compared to. Luke Traylor.
On the other side, Tony Trainer.
Jordan Ridley, they say.
Was president of North Melbourne, so footy right in his blood. Love the way he's played.
Now Sydney have their first pick next.
Won the medal for Australia's best player when they played against VFL opponents in Coburg at the start of the year, and he was playing the intercepting defender's role. 194 with
Sydney
pace.
Swans. I really don't know what Sydney are going to do because they don't really need anything, do they? They have a pretty stacked list.
This boy, his kicking is.
I think they should go that a key forward.
Third tall forward, that type of
They
role.
might need it. They should go the
And wonderful to see him get his opportunity, Luke Trainer.
Sam Layla would not be watching the stream. I reckon they might go Whitlock.
So many emotions.
I'm going to get rid of the power rankings and I can move this down a little bit.
But, go with a lot of my mates, Sammy, Josh, Taj.
Fuck, he's happy he's at Richmond. He's happy he's at the Tigers.
You sound really emotional, mate.
I mean, you would be happy he'd be at the Tigers. Hey, he was the guy on the Caden video. Oh, yeah, shit, he was. He was.
The clock gets a bit longer, but to get over and done with. Best feeling, something I'll never forget.
I might give him a follow on Instagram for that reaction. Why not?
Just talk us through your year.
Why not suck off to a few more AFL draftees?
Even top 10, top 15 potential. You had some injury struggles. Just talk us through the year and how you've seen it.
Oh, look, I don't really try and buy into a lot of the stuff. I think you just got to take it each week and each program at a time. But
doesn't hurt.
Whatever pick you go.
Anyway, speaking of Instagram, we got Nico, Jack Smithen, Paul Muller, and Anthony Harrar09.
And yeah, I'm only just getting started, so I can't wait.
My name is Luke Trainer. Yeah, well, I didn't realise Luke Trainer was also getting an interview whilst in the chat.
Tell us a little bit about who's there tonight and your roots back to the game.
Yeah, so I got all my family and friends, even the great man Doug, Bobby. He's here, so.
Jagger Smith was a Collingwood fan back in the day.
For now. But yeah, all the friends and family and so much support and they mean.
Well, I feel like you do want the emotion of if you're watching this as a Richmond fan, you'd be like, well, this is what we want.
How proud are you of Luke right now in this moment? I mean,
this
you've
is what
achieved
we
so much,
want.
But it must be pretty special to see your grandson do it.
Someone just said if he's related to Megan Trainer, far out. Oh, I'm sure he is. Is that his dad or grandpa?
Give me every chance and yeah, unbelievable.
Luke, I don't think you're going to sleep tonight. This has been big, yeah?
I don't think I'll sleep for a couple of days, to be honest.
Have exams finished for the people in year 12?
Because that's going to be tough. I'm sure
Actually, wait, do they even select year 12s anymore? They wouldn't, would they, or do they? I think they do.
Special moment for you and your family, and well done.
Because if you had your exam the next day, theoretically, you wouldn't celebrate that hard. Yeah, I mean, look, hopefully the Saints selections are... I've been hearing that both Travaglia, that's how you say his name, and Toru are basically as good as, they come when it comes to a top 10 draft pick, like with what was next available, so hopefully they are good. But I thought we might probably get a...
So we saw in the...
Year 12 exams are done.
The Super Draft, a group of players go through together and how.
No, apparently they've finished this Friday. I've been told.
Different dynasties built on that. Geelong had a group that
like
all went through.
Pretty much all the regular ones are done, but I'm almost certain there's. Maybe I'm wrong actually. I thought the language ones were still finished. Swans are in, and they should be bloody white, not black.
The Sydney Swans select Jesse Detoli from the Northern Knights and the Ivanhoe Junior Football.
He has the Sydney scarf on. Look. Did he already know that he was going to be a Sydney one?
He was very confident or very prepared because he had a Sydney Swans scarf on. Well done, Jesse Tatoli.
Unless he's got 5 different scarves and he's just been putting it on each one. But no,
Did he predict or what? Or is he a fan?
Shifty, you'll touch on him, but
The
I think
fuck?
an area
I
in Sydney
didn't
needed
realise
to
that was
address
going to
Tom
happen.
Papley's been doing such a great job for so long. They
Jesse
probably need a little bit more support in that forward half of the
Tatoli.
ground, and
Okay, they've gotten a forward. That's good.
plenty of tricks
That's
as
good.
a small forward.
Not a key though. A small.
179 he measures
A lot of these smaller forwards have been picked up a bit in the last few picks.
Super competitive though. He can get into the midfield and win contested footy. He's an elite kick. Look at the poise on him there, right and left. You back him in with
Plays like Josh Frichelli, they reckon.
Taught the fundamentals very well. His dad's been a coach in these sports.
Bro definitely knew.
Kerry Grammer links there.
Well, probably then.
Been a boxer as a young fella, a competitor.
So that means the Swans would have had that locked in. But what if another team picked bloody him up beforehand? You never know. He probably would have known afterwards, but he would he known from the start? Surely
In the
not.
draft, Jesse Tatoli. I know some pundits had him just outside of 20, which is where he's fallen, but gee whiz, he could have also been a lot higher. It's his bounce in traffic, his vision. He's just got genuine wow factor, this kid. And I think he's a significant selection for the Sydney Swans. If you can
Chappie. Is that Chappie? Normally there's a membership next to that icon.
Geez, you're going to have a bright future. So very,
You know what? I'm going to
high
gift
footy
some
IQ
memberships.
too.
Can I do
So
that?
he's a
Is
smart
that
footballer.
eligible for me to do?
And the way he sees the game, it's he's going to be very, very exciting to watch
Can I
over
do
the
that?
coming years.
Big moment player.
Yeah, I can.
And,
All right,
Benny
let's go.
Waterworth, who's done
Gift
the
some
Phantom
memberships.
Draft for foxfooty.com.au
Maybe
and
Chappie
done an
gets one.
amazing job in comparing them to all the current day players that we know. Toby Green is the one that he's compared him to.
Yeah, and that's because of his size. But he's
I think the same people are going to get him, aren't they?
Ones and mark the ball overhead.
Skipper?
And the footy IQ. I mean, we all laud Toby Green for how smart he is and the way that he can create.
Kane and Everett.
Jesse Tatoli can do so. Yeah,
There you go. I can't gift anymore, so you can't really
pretty quickly in that team.
beg.
Brilliant. A great selection for the Sydney Swans. Talented, competitive, and marking well overhead, so important.
All right, Richmond have the next pick. 4 more to go. Yeah. 4 more to go. If you haven't subbed yet, can we get to 41.85?
Himself, they'll be hoping someone like
Luke
Jesse
Traynor
Tatoli
goes to my
can be
school, someone
fast-tracked
says.
into the AFL and potentially release someone like Isaac Heaney into the
Matthew
midfield.
says, watch this. I'm a
All right, so
college
we've got
lecturer in
Richmond
Dublin,
again,
Ireland, not
and,
a...
pick number 23, they are on the clock at the moment. Who's left on the board, do we think? that
More
they should be
interesting than a
targeting at this
fucking
point,
college
given what
lecturer in
they've already
Ireland.
picked up?
I wonder, Shift,
No, it's good that you got the membership, mate. You're in the chats and all that. Thanks.
Take two. You can get
What is it?
Mackay, Rewell Kaczynski going back to my year, because Armstrong and Shanahan are both really highly touted.
What happened to the
really
text?
Key forward. So if they can pair one of them up with Jonty Fall, Joe Shanahan's got the ability to play as a key defender if they need, but I think their defensive style.
Well, I think I've screwed that over.
Bolter are pretty solid. So I think they're wondering that right now, or maybe they're fielding some phone calls because there might be some clubs that wouldn't have expected Armstrong or Shanahan in particular, and even Jack Whitlock to be here this late, Shifter, and maybe this is where they start thinking about banking a future first rounder next year and allowing another club to jump in.
Gee, I like the look of the Fox rankings there. There's some good players on that board still. You can't afford not to take one of those tall players. I
think so. I think got to take another tall.
Yep. And who's to know that they mightn't play in other spots? You know, Shanahan's quite capable of playing back as well as forward. The Whitlock boys the same, very versatile.
You're rude and you need better language.
Harry Armstrong still on the board at pick
Rude?
23, wouldn't they? When you're starting to build a list, absolutely, Sarah.
Okay, well, I could just say you are dumb and need better spelling, but I won't. 'Cause that's rude.
With pick 23, Richmond select
They'll get a tall one.
Harry Armstrong.
They got Armstrong.
And the Ormond Junior Football Club.
Bit of a slider. I thought he'd be picked up a little bit earlier. Key forward. So they get another key forward, the Tigers. Not sure how to renew my... Nah, it's all right. I think you can, though. There should be an option to do that.
To present the jumper for Richmond, please welcome Dylan Grimes.
Grimes. So Harry Armstrong.
Another Tiger, Harry Armstrong, key forward, the leading tall key forward.
I swear is he also Victorian? Because I swear every single Richmond selection has been a freaking Victorian.
I noticed Matty Lloyd there giving him a hug.
Harry Armstrong, he was rated a top 12.
On him. at college.
He was touted as one of the best key forwards in the draft class as well. So he's been picked up a little bit late, but that's all right.
Long left foot kick. He kicked 69 goals for the year when he had his school stuff with all these club and then representative footy, including 5 in that big game. Vic Metro.
Oh, you'll take that. So 3 more to go. We have another one. I think Sydney, GWS, and 2 more Richmond. I think.
Yeah, you touched on it.
Or I think maybe that's it for Sydney.
From outside 50, I mean,
That could be it for Sydney. I think Richmond have 2 more after this, though. They've got freaking heaps. G'day, Kobe's and all that. I used to it on my laptop, but I handed it back to school. Oh, shit.
What I really liked about him was the defenders only got to look away for a second and get caught ball
Having
watching.
2 different colours for Richmond's a bit annoying.
He's heading forward, he can slip out the back. So
What do you mean
he's
2
gonna
different
make
colours, though?
some opposition players very, very nervous.
And he's different to Jonty Fall. He's more of an athlete that plays closer to goal. He's that genuine full forward.
Yeah, what do you mean by 2 different colours?
Gets really good separation and can hit the scoreboard. So they've managed to be able to pull it off.
Every Richmond graphic's the same, isn't it? Or have I fucked up with one of them?
Long time.
Another key forward that
Maybe I have actually. Hold up.
Maddie Lloyd, the former Essendon
I think that some of the yellows aren't necessarily as bright as...
having a big role with these young men. So let's head back to Ben Dixon. Dicko, you've got Harry with you.
Harry, long wait, but the family's pretty excited sitting here. But you've had such a stellar year.
Well, it doesn't
27
matter.
Goals in 10 games, Sandy, and most
Looks
goals
fine for me.
Carnival. Great reward, isn't it, to finally get drafted?
All right, GWS and X on the clock.
Yeah, feel amazing, to be honest.
It's getting to the point where I'm not really providing too much of an insight. I'm just a spectator. But that's okay, because I'm sure a lot of people here are also spectators.
Yeah, I think over the last 2 years, it's gone from a weakness to a strength because of him.
Why I'm not sure if I'll do tomorrow.
Notice you like to crash a few packs.
J12 has just tipped $2.99 through Super Chat. Teachers Whole List has a gig presenting jerseys TN.
That's a funny one, actually. Yeah, thank you, J12, for the $2.99. I already said probably before December, Leo.
No, but I want to try, but probably can't anymore.
No, I don't think Ooze is going to let you do that. Is Mum around here at the moment, or she ducked off?
I don't know if I rate Uze.
Emily, over here, come over here. I want to quickly...
Any more Instagram shout-outs?
The whole time you were just like all the way to the stage and back.
Paul Miller, Anthony Harra.
I can't speak. It's so amazing. It's been a long day. It's been really nerve-wracking and stuff. But Harry, you're amazing. You made it. You did it. And you're still with Taj.
And you get spoiled, at home, I'm sure.
Round 2's tomorrow.
Do everything, but does he pull his weight at home? Does he do something?
He sure does. When he needs to, he does.
Yeah, round 2 is tomorrow.
You're a good liar, aren't
Happy
you?
with the Saints pick tonight?
Yes, he can.
The thing is, right, I don't think there'll be too many people that are like, because you don't want to be a dickhead and go, oh, fucking hell, I'm pissed off that we got this guy, or I'm pissed off that we got that guy, because it's like, who knows, they could end up being absolute stars, but I would have liked a midfielder, is all I'll say, alongside quite a number of probably other St Kilda fans.
No, I didn't really have a clue coming in, but yeah, pretty grateful for Richmond. Yeah, know a few other boys drafted, so yeah, can't wait.
Special night. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
If you're 11, how are you in year 6? Someone just said.
Headed to Tigerland.
I was 11 in year 6.
Tonight with 8 selections across this first round of selection, and then we can see Matthew Lloyd there. A big hug for the coach, and he's done a good job.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was 11 in year 6.
Who the night was more about, Joey? Was it about Lloydie, or he was signing autographs and taking selfies and all sorts? But Arties, you can't imagine the impact that it has on these young kids to be surrounded by one of the greatest goal kickers of all time, not just on field, but
You're
also
15 in year 10.
You know, Lloydie was someone
Some start a bit younger.
very well and has done even since his footy's finished. So
Who's my favourite player in the draft?
gift for Harry Armstrong.
My favourite player, I haven't really seen them properly play yet. Harry Armstrong played for my club, nice. It's always cool to see someone who's played alongside your club get drafted in the AFL. Oh, we have another 3 picks. Well, fuck, okay. I guess we're not going to have room for 27 now, I don't think. We could have fit another 2. But yeah, you can be year 6 if you're born in early I was born in April of 2003, and I was still starting earlier than all the other people.
Try and take another step towards their first premiership. Their coach there on screen.
Will it be another small, I reckon? Surely not. Surely not 3 smalls. Just get a midfielder.
Select Cody Ango from Claremont and Scarborough Junior Football Club.
Why was that not the best reaction?
Surprise, a real bolter tonight. Working extremely hard. The
Where's he ranked then?
A bit of run and carry, Nick.
Yeah, I feel like we say this.
Ranked 58. Another general forward. They love their general forwards, the Giants.
A midfielder that hits
Cody Ango.
Had a game late in the year against East Perth.
I'd be interested to know like what bolter has done the best in recent memory, like of a player that got picked earlier but were ranked a lot lower.
Good tank. He runs a 6-minute, 28 2-kilometre time trial, and you know he's the goal kicking mids are rare and worth their weight in gold. But he's not one that I expected to be called out as early as this. That's for sure.
Yeah, he had an interrupted start to the year, but still played all of their 4 games at national level. His kicking's elite. Yeah, just a beautiful.
Okay, looks like Sydney had the next one then. I was kind of right at the start about that, which means I need to change around this so I can actually fit the last 2.
Playing in a premiership side there with Claremont too at under 18 level. So as the years gone on, you've seen the benefit of continuity in his game. You can see that class when he played in the Nationals. He played well against Vic Country in one of those games. So he's one of those to keep an eye on. A bit of a surprise first night, but not surprised he's been drafted.
Yeah, again, it's like the Giants just going for specific.
Am I streaming tomorrow? I am not sure yet. I was originally not gonna because I had something on, but I might after how well the stream's done in terms of like people tuning in, I guess. And there'd be, I don't know how many people would be watching the second day, because I don't know as much anymore, because of all the players I've really been researching have been in the first day.
To the Sydney Swans, who have picked 25, as we're starting to inch closer to the end of the first round. We have Sydney.
Yeah, there will be people wanting me to do the second day, I know that.
Trade back into it, but that should conclude round 1 and night 1 of the draft. Of course, it continues tomorrow here on Fox Footy. We'll kick off our coverage tomorrow from 7 p.m.
Wait, so when is round 1 finishing? Is it after pick 26 or 7?
Really nervous night ahead, and hope that they still get drafted. Of course, the rookie draft to come, but the Sydney Swans here at pick 25.
Yeah, and Joey, we spoke a little bit.
I kind of don't really know when it's going to end now.
For a key defender, so you wonder whether someone like Matt Whitlock that's still sitting on the board. We know he can play both ends of the ground, but geez, they could do with a tall defender, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's where it feels like they need to continue to look at.
I feel like Sydney, like they're a club that are not very tall, are they?
Working through their talent and what they
pick 27.
You know, Whitlock, as you said, Matt's the one that can play both in the grounds that might appeal. Or there might be some clubs making.
All right, that's what I thought.
Jump in and land a key forward. You know, there's been a talk with Collingwood potentially wanting a key forward, or North Melbourne as well. So maybe the Sydney Swans are just waiting to see if any other clubs want to jump in, or they're discussing what type of player they need. See Dean Cox there, assistant coach. He's been heavily involved in the recruiting element of with the Sydney Swans this year. He's taking a bit of a hands-on approach, and you can see him there pretty vocal amongst the recruiters.
Yeah, he takes a lot of the training Monday to Friday.
This is going to be a bit of a trouble.
A really sharp football mind, outstanding person, very, very down to earth. And
thank you, mate.
You know, he is taking more and more responsibility for this football club, which is really nice to see.
Okay, we have a bid pending here on Sam.
There's another bid
to the Brisbane Lions through their academy. Sam Marshall there.
Sam, what are with Brisbane getting all these stupid bids?
It won't take too long to match the bid here.
It's annoying.
In fact, they'd be wrapped that he slipped through a few more spots than he could have. Sam Marshall, who again an All-Australian player, is running a bit.
I've got to put that up on the graphic real quick.
Best on the ground in the Coach Talent League Grand Final too. A fraction better than Levi Ashcroft. They were the 2 best players on the ground. And he's been building his game down at Sandringham. Comes from up on the Gold Coast, or in Queensland, the far north Queensland, or a boy that moved down to school here to pursue his football.
Well, this is going to be a pain.
And is part of the Lions Academy.
And it feels like Brisbane Lions have done really well out of these points, because they get the players that they wanted, of course, but they've still got pick 57. And
Kazi will win a flag before Freo.
Maybe that means now they can look at a player tomorrow night in the second round, really sit there after this and assess their options and get a third pick. So they've done pretty well out of this, Brisbane.
So who have Brisbane got? They've gotten Sam Marshall.
He's a very, very astute user of the footy.
All right, well, that's all right. I can fix this one.
To get from contest to contest. He's a natural ball winner, and like you touched on, Joey, I mean, to still retain pick 57 out of this, they've done very, very well, the Brisbane Lions, and they just continue to add.
They're cheating. They cheat.
Mids, don't they?
I mean, Joey reeled off the names earlier in the night.
Wait, wrong player. The Lions cheat.
The reigning premiers, and now they're building the next generation.
Well,
no, it's not cheating, but it's just unlucky.
To get into the side next year,
Other teams.
Sam Marshall, who really could probably walk into maybe 13 other clubs starting 22 next year, but he might have to bide his time, as we said, natural ball winner who used it really well.
So now there are going to be 28 picks. This is a bloody long, bloody draft for the first round.
Wins the ball, so yeah, Chris Fagan just continues to bring them in, and you think they'd continue to be a contender.
We just saw Fags there with the congratulations handshake, and what a moment for the young man, and to know that you're going along.
The league is just rigged towards Northern State leagues.
We just see successful teams.
They are, but that's the way they give them the advantages, isn't it, Andy?
Yeah, and you touched on it before, Sarah. I mean, that's exactly what the Brisbane Lions have done with their Vic Country cohort of McCluggage and Berry and, you know, these sorts of guys that have come through. Josh.
Okay, let's go.
They tend to all stick together. Even a Cam Rayner that came through.
Pump the brakes, mate. It's a bit of a banter.
They tend to stick together.
I think there's an argument going on in the chat right now, but I'm not involved, so.
They're looking dangerous for the next few years, the Brisbane Lions.
And you could see Riley Sanders in amongst them there too, a boy from the Sandringham Dragons drafted last year.
Not cheating, Cardi. Levi and Sam was always going to Brisbane a month ago. I know it's not. I know it's not cheating. I only was taking the piss. It was always going to happen. I know, obviously with Levi, but like still, it's kind of annoying because Brisbane, they win the flag and they've gotten like two of the better players this draft already. Especially Ashcroft. Did you see Scoops' Phantom? No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
In not just their own careers, but the club as well, and wanting the club to succeed, and we're seeing that. We're seeing players like Zach Butters, I think we mentioned earlier.
Jazz Concept has just followed me, Jasper.
So, yeah, it's really nice to see.
We are just waiting for the bid to officially be matched. I don't think they've quite hit the button yet.
Well, hit the button.
It's not official, but
hit the button.
Waiting for the Brisbane Lions to match the bid from the Sydney Swans.
So not just trying to get the hopes of the Sydney Swans up, are they, Joey?
Sam Marshall just got a little bit nervous for half a second there. He's now just thinking, hang on a minute.
How does this work?
So how long is this going to last? How long is day 2 going to go for? I thought day 1 was going to last like 2 hours.
Losing Joe Danaher, so whether tomorrow night at pick 57, they might have a smoky down the back end.
Then how the hell did they used to fit all of this stuff in one day? What the hell?
Sort of low risk, high reward sort of scenario.
Yeah, Brisbane will have a better team next year. The only issue is they would probably need to find a replacement for Danaher. I think that's for sure, but
and they've got players coming back from injury next season.
It's probably not going to be too much of a problem for them.
In 2025.
Anyways, if you haven't liked the stream or subscribed yet, now's your chance to do so. If you subscribe, you get a look at that. You could get your own team's best highlight of the last 10 years on the screen. I might need to update those actually.
Tomorrow night.
In fact, if I stream tomorrow, I'll update the logos on my members.
With pick 25, the Brisbane Lions have selected Sam Marshall from the Sandy.
How has that taken so long? Far out. I thought it was already confirmed. Sam Marshall for Brisbane. Can't see what the rank is on the Fox Footy broadcast, but apparently he's ranked. When's a 100-hour stream? It's not, if I do a 100-hour stream, I won't be doing it this year. Just tell you that for a fact. Come on, we've got 22. Can we get to 20? Can we get 22 more subscribers to 41,850? If we do that, oh, maybe I'll do some like punishment or something. I don't know. Finish off the stream.
As well, that they would be familiar with the program at the Brisbane Lions, and that's why they're more likely.
Yeah, I know it's 4 days. That's why I don't think I'm going to do 100 hours. I think I'm going to figure out a way of cutting that to like 50 or something.
Feel more comfortable walking into pre-season day one. So they'll step straight into training when the Brisbane Lions boys are back and put their best foot forward. And they're going to challenge some players, some players that are already established in the senior team. They want to be on their game and not have a bit of a premiership hangover, because there's going to be some young, hungry players, and these are two really professional kids that are going to want to make their mark straight away.
Will I do it tomorrow?
Talking about astute users, we saw Chris Johnson there handing the jumper over there.
I'll do a poll. I'll see how many people actually would watch the stream tomorrow.
If young Sam can have a career half as good as what Chris Johnson had, I think he'd be very
100 is 100.
All right, let's head back to Marvel.
Yeah, but I might cut it down. Just there are reasons for it. Because I literally completed it all, and the last hour I fucking broke my fishing rod.
But no, I'm just glad they matched at the end, and yeah, really grateful to be joining the Brisbane Lions. So yeah.
Big move, you're Lions Academy, but to move from Queensland to Melbourne, go to Melbourne Grammar, schooling there must have been a big move.
Yeah, it was a big move, especially I didn't really know anyone in Victoria or anything like that. So joining I guess going to Melbourne Grammar in year 10 and doing 3 years of school, really enjoyed, and also being part of the Sandringham Dragons program and all that. So I really enjoyed those programs, and I think it was.
Yeah, I could just do 68 to beat Sammy, get the record.
Yeah, good for my I guess just building into it. Yeah, so it was good. Yeah.
You got best on ground in the granny too, so that was nice to finish the year off. But you spent a couple of weeks pre-season at the Lions.
You'll see how many votes, I guess. I would
really
imagine most say yes.
Hugh McCluggage and
But
Jackson
I wasn't
Pryor,
ever planning on doing
spent
it.
a bit of time at their house, and and just the training as well. It was a really good experience, just getting that senior experience and just playing with those bigger bodies as well. So I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Did you go to the granny?
No, I didn't, but I definitely watched it on TV. Yeah, it was great to see them get the win. So yeah, it was awesome.
Fakes couldn't spare you one ticket.
No,
Levi's meant to be as good as his brother Will. Sam is so-so.
And you're known as the running man.
I really don't know as much about Sam Marshall, but
No, probably endurance more like it. Yeah.
any first-round draftee should be pretty good.
They've obviously won the premiership, and they've got to bolster their list tonight with the draft, and well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I still need to post my footy comp with subscribers, but I think I might still do another one next year. I just got to get them out earlier and be more organised with it.
Special moment for the young man as we look to the Sydney Swans at pick number 26. So they did put a bid in on Sam, and now they get to assess who is left on the draft board. And in a draft that is so deep, there is still some incredible talent left there, Mick.
Yeah, there is, as we've
Might have been lagging for a little bit there. I saw some thing that said drop brains, but I think we're all right now.
You know, they'll be waiting for their opportunity in the Whitlock boys. There's Alex Dodson, who's the #1 ruckman in this year's draft. And
You're doing it $300 right now for a 20. Nah, mate.
Clubs generally pick those off at some stage.
And the
Joey,
thing
we
is,
spoke about it a little bit earlier.
I wouldn't even think you'd actually have the capability of doing that either.
Pick them off, but you could certainly do a lot worse than Alex Dodson, that's for sure.
But no thank you, I should say.
So we wait to see what the Sydney Swans are doing here. They've got some great football minds in that room there, haven't they, Joey?
They do.
If you have a look at the likes of Leon Cameron, we spoke about Dean Cox before, but
Kenny Beatson
is such an experienced recruiter. This is a gun team.
Certainly been in discussion, but feel like they'll keep the pick. I think they need to continue to replenish and take another player in. They might have fielded some phone calls again. There's been a lot of talk, as we said earlier, about clubs wanting to get into this first round and potentially offering future firsts and all these sorts of things. But as we've seen, shifted as we maybe.
All right, who does Sydney get?
The quality of this top end, that the clubs haven't been interested in trading out of these picks and
Do I make money off YouTube live streams?
Into
Really only when I get donations, because this is probably going to be copyrighted, I reckon. So if you want to help, if you've enjoyed the stream and want to show a little bit of support, you can donate if you want. That'd be kind of cool, actually. But yeah, for those wondering, I guess. I won't confirm a stream yet, but I feel like maybe I will. Can't confirm it yet, though.
With pick 26, the Sydney Swans have selected Ned Bowman from Norwood.
Ned Bowman.
So we've got another bolter tonight. We've had a few of them, Shifter, and this guy is from South Australia.
How much of a bolter is he?
Sometimes you need to do something brilliant.
He's ranked in the 89, I think.
The mark of the year.
Well, they want their general forwards. I'm surprised they don't know for a tall. Why do they not want a tall?
Then was a game in the national.
It's not official, mate.
Against WA where he kicked 3. He was a half back, could play wing, lightly built, rather gifted. But then he went forward and kicked 3.
Especially considering, again, I'm not really too familiar with much of the talent pool that's remaining. I won't lie.
So it's sometimes that thin slice is enough for them to project at this
What
point.
do you for a job at?
That poise to play AFL. That's smart recruiting.
At the moment at a supermarket, but I'll probably not be doing that very much longer. So we got 2 more picks left, and that's Richmond. So they end up with 27 and 28, which sound a little bit worse than what they were originally. I think they were originally like 23 and 4, but
something out of nothing, find some goals, take some marks. So
it's pretty much the same.
With the 2 forwards, so Detoli and now Bowman. So
well, that's right. Like he was probably. There's a slight chance you could be just not bothering watching it. What if you don't even know you picked up? Because it's like, if you're ranked 90, you'd be like, oh well, I might just go and turn this shit off and wait for day 2.
Pick number 89, he's gone 26. That is a huge jump. So
because he's ranked at 89.
I think that would
there aren't
maybe
89
off the back of
picks.
his numbers. The numbers don't jump off the page. He's not a huge sort of possession getter and kicking huge volumes of goals, but what he does do is pretty creative and pretty special. So maybe
well, he's the sort of guy, Ned Bowman, that no one's really been talking about.
And might take a bit of
It's
time,
safe to say that.
As we said, a bit like the Giants.
Well, what would my dream job be? I guess working in the AFL industry in some sort, I guess, or full-time
Yeah, you're right, Joe.
$1 million YouTuber. That'd be cool.
Contest as well. He's not too dissimilar to Tolley in his awareness and his vision, and he was just one of those players to me that when I watched him play, he showed genuine AFL.
$1 million Bailey. How many first-round? There's 2 more. It's just.
Clearly, the Sydney Swans group and
Geelong waiting on day 2 for the first. Well, Geelong, Hawthorn, and who else?
There's no doubt about it.
Is this the last pick of round 1?
Another club has gone, well, okay.
Oh, this is the last one.
I can't wait till tomorrow.
I thought there was 28. Okay, there's 27 now.
I think it's North Melbourne.
North Melbourne, yep.
And Joey, the thinking
would be
a tall forward.
I think so.
Yeah.
They need some support for Nick Larkey, absolutely. Charlie Comben could play forward.
What are they talking about with bloody North Melbourne? Are they trading?
We saw how good he was as an interceptor, but if they could get one of the Whitlock,
are they making a trade?
I think they'd be pretty pumped. It's just pick 27. Are they prepared to give up their future 1? I mean, that's a lot. Their future 1 pick next year could still be a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
So this is now.
They would that.
If Richmond can walk away from tonight with the hand they've got.
Imagine they select me. How's your dream job not to be an AFL player? Because it's... Oh, fuck, that's a stupid... Okay, well, obviously I can't be an AFL player because I'm not... And I don't want to be an AFL player because it's too late into becoming one. It's an unrealistic dream job. I could say something like my dream job is to become a billionaire and, I don't know, in the most successful business for the next 15 years, but that's not going to happen. A realistic dream job is that. How does that make someone a fake fan? I don't know. Maybe it does.
Well, it gets back to where they'd have these boys.
All right, well, we got one more, I think, before we will might not wrap it up straight away, but we'll definitely be done. No, I don't need to spam hi, mate. Come on. I'm going to time you out if you continue.
They need support.
Why don't you do some studying media and get in?
I mean, they could hold on to their picks for next year.
Could do that, but
12 months down the track, and
all it will do is sacrifice growing this channel, and I really want to try and take it to above and beyond big time next year, so we'll see. That'll be the only problem. I won't have as much time and working on this sort of stuff because I enjoy it.
I get it, Mick, but sometimes you've got to be bold with these strategies, and that's what they're discussing right now, I'm sure.
And back that they're going to climb up the ladder a bit, and that first round pick won't be a...
That's right, Sage player.
A bit further down.
And with academies and all those sorts of things, so it looks like the trade is done. We'll find out exactly what it is.
First trade, or no, second trade, but first semi-significant trade.
But have got back pick 20, the future 2. So they've swapped the future 1 for a future 2, is that right?
Yeah, so they give up.
That's a shit deal for North.
I think it's amazing. They get Richmond's pick 27, obviously, tonight, and a future second rounder, Joey. So, geez, that's a brave move by the Kangas. It'd be interesting.
That's a shit deal.
Who they've got in mind.
They must really want this guy. So North had the next pick now. Why do they give up a future first for this?
So the trade has been done officially, and now North Melbourne are on the clock, so they've got that time to pick. But clearly they had something.
Am I
in
missing
mind,
something?
and we suspect it's either Job Shanahan or one of the Whitlocks in Matt.
Well, we're presuming that, but we don't know for sure.
No, we don't.
We've seen a few bolters in the last few picks, and unless
They
there's
wouldn't
someone
go
else,
for a bolter,
I
surely.
wouldn't have thought so. You would think that the talk coming into tonight that North Melbourne were in the mix to try and get back into this draft to get a tall forward. Maybe they're surprised that these players are still on the board this late. That they've been able to.
It wouldn't be another. If it's another midfielder, I swear to God, they have to go for that tall, probably tall forward. So we get their future for apparently for this pick, just about. Don't understand why they've done that, because wouldn't that be quite high?
Absolutely loaded through the midfield and the halfback and wings and half forward.
They must have valued this guy a lot, whoever they end up taking.
Just get someone else to support Nick Larkey.
North planning to finish top 4 next.
Gee whiz, if it is one of the Whitlocks,
Yeah,
how's
well.
the family going to feel being the final pick of the night? One of your sons goes and
the other one has to wait.
You got to go to bed.
Did Levi get line? Yeah.
To do it all over again. So if it does go down that path,
Will it be a Whitlock?
With pick 27, North Melbourne select Matt Whitlock.
It is. Is he the guy I had on the graphic? I need to have a look real quick. If you ever care to ask. Matt, okay, so Jack's the guy that is rated higher than Matt. He's another key forward / defender. All right, so that's I think that's the last pick. I can't be so sure.
So big emotions there for the Whitlock family. Matt Whitlock taken at pick 27 to North Melbourne after they traded with Richmond. Jack still waits. We expect him to be picked up tomorrow, so he had to have a little hug from mum and dad there. But the moment belongs to Matt.
Do you really want to be the guy playing for North, though?
Holds the jumper up there.
Good for you.
And Matt's listed there as a key forward, but crucially, he can swing back.
All right, I think that's it. I think, but let's just take a little look at the rest of what gets presented. When's Hawthorn's pick? To be honest with you, I can't tell you off the top of my head, but it's not today, mate. I would almost now say this guy's got a little bit of pressure on him. Wouldn't you think? Because they've completely just given up a future first for this guy, and if he becomes a bust and the future first becomes a star for Richmond. I'd rather play for West Coast than play for North. I'd rather play for North just because it doesn't mean I have to leave big.
All right, that's Jack there. We can see on screen. Dicko has tracked down Matt. Dicko, he must be incredibly happy.
Oh, he's very happy, Matt, but he's also shedding a little tear as well. Your brother Jack, he's going to have to wait another 24 hours, but it's a hard watch, isn't it, Matt? You're sitting here with your family, and finally the last
hard
pick of the
watch,
night, and it's you.
No, it's unreal. Yeah, I'm just glad it's done.
And just talk it through. I mean, an emotional. We saw Jack getting emotional, and your twin.
He's
brother,
ranked 25th as well.
Together, so there's no doubt there's some disappointment.
What do you think this guy? He'd be probably playing quite a. Why did someone just spam planes in the chat?
So I'll be excited for him.
Growing up, I chatted to mum and dad.
No way that gets let through.
Like, there's plenty of room there to play any sport, and when you choose football.
Yeah, good, Sarah. North is a shit club, and yeah, they haven't got the greatest culture, but we'll see. I guess the next few years.
So happy to be
I guess we'll see if they do end up finishing in the finals. They should, really. In like 3 years, they should. Mensa says they've got 34, 66, and 70.
You never dressed the same. You got different haircuts. Mum did 2 birthday cakes. You never wanted to share anything.
Is that the same?
No, obviously we're twins, but I feel like
After
friends, so,
this
yeah,
needs
it's been a long
tightening.
journey.
Need to tighten this up.
Night,
Is that the same after they've moved around all the positions, or has it dropped a little bit for Hawthorn?
Awesome stuff. Congratulations to
Clap the guy.
Whitlock, who heads to the North Melbourne Football Club, and he's just catching his breath. Such an emotional night for these
So
young
then
men,
Richmond
and such pressure and stress going
end
in,
up
and we'll
with
wait.
just
I'm
the
sure Jack will be
6
picked up
selections, not
nice
what
and
I
early
thought was
one
going to be
night,
the
and
8.
of course, we'll be here on Fox Footy with that all unfolding. We're going to have
But
a
that
wrap
extra
at
pick
the
may
entire
not have been in the
round
first round,
after
actually.
this short break.
Which now that
But
makes sense that it
Ross,
isn't.
The cricket test begins on Friday over in Perth. Australia and India, and it is going to be...
Oh, Australia-India's on Friday. India. I smell it. Oh, what? Gold Coast are closer to the AFL doing something than North by a mile. Yeah, but Gold Coast still haven't made finals. Like, it's a race for those two clubs to actually do something. Like, since starting the channel and making content properly, I don't think I've seen a single season where North didn't finish bottom 4.
It's time to get noisy, people.
Stream the cricket.
Up to $50
No, I was only joking with that one, but maybe I could stream it.
across selected races this Saturday. Download the
Could stream the
app
cricket, but I wouldn't think this cricket would do too well. But it'd be an interesting idea.
Prepared to lose today. Set a deposit limit for free and
Oi, mate, stop spamming planes.
or visit the website.
Reimagine outdoor cooking with the Ninja
Put 'em in timeout.
Wood-fire outdoor oven. Unlock high
I reached the goal of sub. Almost. I mean, we've gained 100 subs almost.
Ninja Wood-fire outdoor oven.
This Black Friday
Yeah, Dimitri, I probably wouldn't answer that. I'm not going to answer that.
Save up to 60%, feel 100%, and then some. Don't miss our biggest sale ever. Search Clear Skincare. For the love of me.
I know it's a joke. I'm not going to answer
You
it.
spend your time making this Christmas a classic. We'll take care of the groceries with Woolworths free direct to boot.
Good to go, Santa? And you too, Rudolph.
All right. Well, for the people that have just joined in, tuned in, or have been, well, let me know how you thought of the stream. Actually, how'd it go? We will still stick around for a little bit because they haven't finished everything yet. I want to see what happens after this ad break. People are so soft now. Yeah, but that's just the way it is. You shouldn't publicly say this. Well, you can if you want, but like I probably won't publicly acknowledge them
Thank you, waiter.
on
New from Sportsbet.
a live stream
Chances are you're
publicly.
about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen.
Matt
or visit
Will
the website.
Whitlock's little brother Alex is in my class.
Is the all-new
If you want me to stream tomorrow, vote in the poll. It's pinned. If we need to get,
It shows your glucose.
well, I'd like to see
Predicts
the
where it's
yeses
headed.
if you want any chance of me doing it,
tracks
because
your
most
success.
likely I was not going to do it because I didn't really think there was any point. But been a good stream. I won't lie. See you tomorrow. Maybe.
Come forth to a place where your dark horse
I need to have a look at the draft round for day 2
forth to Picklebet, the place that
because I got to get all that ready.
Imagine what you could be buying instead.
Collingwood scam port for Houston.
Christmas toy sale is now on. Barbie Mermaid doll $17.
I
Lego
probably did.
Star Wars Jedi Bob Starfighter
The draft
$5,
is
and Hot Wheels
over,
Car
but
Resort at
I'm
$6.
pretty sure there'll be something after this ad break. So I want to see what's happening after this ad break. If not,
Get a phenomenal 3.9%
that
finance
could be it.
rate and 2K cash back on select Nissan variants of the X-Trail, Qashqai and the Navara dual cab pickup 4x4 range. Get into your Nissan dealer phenomenally fast.
With the Isuzu D-Max, life is reinvigorated. Whether it's for work or play, you can go
Stream
your own
tomorrow. We'll vote. If you wanted to stream tomorrow, vote. We'll see. So I've got, if that's the case, I'll probably have to do a bit of research myself because I won't lie, I don't know heaps of. Why did Richmond take Fall over Shanahan? Yeah, I thought they'd take him later.
Progress is the freedom
Sure.
to discover without
Who's the highest rated player that hasn't been picked yet?
that lights the path forward.
Because is Shanahan the highest rated?
Imagination to thrive and creating a presence impossible.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
The Audi Q7.
Whitlock.
That's progress you can feel.
Is he the high? Because according to ESPN, he isn't.
What a night it has been, and Sam Lower is the #1 pick.
According to ESPN, Jack Whitlock is rated
among a host of talented youngsters
23, but it might be different on different platforms.
absolutely dominated night 1.
Why would Richmond trade with North? Because do they need every single player of this draft class? You know, get North Melbourne's first round next year. I don't think it's a bad idea at all.
These kids are ridiculous these days, the size of them, although there were a few smaller mids in that weren't
Might have a look at the Richmond's Instagram account's going to be flooded right now. A lot of stuff.
Big midfielder. I mean, how tall are you?
Yeah, 179.
So midfielders now getting drafted at 195.
Yeah,
it is extraordinary, and it just shows the evolution of the game and the power.
Why does it say Matt Whitlock on the AFL website, but his name? Because there are two.
Been at Marvel Stadium, a really special night for
there are two Whitlocks. They're basically they're twins, and they're basically
who are the big winners,
just about as good as each other, I've been told.
Oh, well, no doubt Richmond coming into it, we're always going to be the winners.
Oh, I can actually see the quality's not that bad anymore. I can actually see what it looks like. So the top 10's there. Laylor, O'Sullivan, Smith. Look at all the midfielders. The top 7 have been mids. The only fucking 2 that aren't mids are the St Kilda ones. And I literally said I wanted a midfielder. Can you believe that? Midfielder, general forward, key forward, general forward, mid, general forward, mid. So GWS also were one team that didn't take a single midfielder.
It slipped back to Harry Armstrong as well, so they're able to get the Twin Towers and now can really set up their forward line in the future, and then they got their key.
And then we have Trainer, Dadley, Armstrong, Angove, Marshall. And the quality's dropped again.
It's a night that really could make or break their next premiership tilt.
Yeah, it is. And they built their list exactly as we expected, didn't they? They've gone to either end of the
We don't need any mids, someone says. Are you a Saints fan?
I just marvel at it to sit there.
You wouldn't think we'd want another quality midfielder? Strong-bodied? That could have the...
The timing couldn't have
I don't know,
the it's a super draft, and look at that
qualities of someone like a Petrarca. Oh, GWS fan. You know, that's fair, though. They don't need another mid. I never said they didn't.
What about the St Kilda Football
But I'm just
Club
interested. It's interesting.
Able to do tonight. A couple of picks in the top 10, and we know Ross Lyon loves the running players.
Well, and Travaglia, I think he's got him very
Travaglia. That is going to run off the tongue really nicely. Travaglia. Travaglia. Travaglia.
They're exciting players to watch. Both will take their marks.
Richmond need more picks. Well, they'll be taking the first one in the next day anyways.
Your back half. Travaglia had a fantastic year, this boy from Bendigo. Loved his national championship games, and I loved it when he got the opportunity to push up and play at VFL level.
Of course, St Kilda lost Josh.
What's up, Huff? Just don't spam planes.
26-year-old been really solid, but now they get Taru, who could be anything, as that interceptor, the 18-year-old that hopefully has 15 years ahead of them. So they've replaced that interceptor.
BT will love that. Yeah, he probably would. So Richmond 28, 33, 34. Could I take a look at...
And what about the Demons tonight and what they've been able to target in the draft?
Yeah, got some class, haven't they? It's been an area of focus.
No, you're getting put in timeout.
Yeah, their crash and bash style. When they won the premiership, they've gone and got Caleb Windsor. They've tried to get some other players that they've got some run and skill. And
I'm ignoring your comments.
I really love Harvey Langford. I think he's a beauty who can play.
Yeah, I'm personally ignoring your comments, mate.
The versatility with his skill level to
personally ignoring your comments.
Yeah, definitely both run and carry types, aren't they? And Harvey Langford gives you a little bit of a point of difference in the midfield with his size. They'll be hoping to fast.
I think we will wrap things up very shortly, though. You can see on the top right. Now, if there are any, if I stream tomorrow, what do you want to see possibly added to the stream? Like, if there's anything I could maybe add to the graphics, possibly put a little bit of an icon. I'm gonna do like a bit of an icon, like to suggest whether they're a forward or they're a midfielder or something like that.
Waterworth has been watching it all unfold. Been plenty of talk there, no doubt, about what's going to happen tomorrow on night 2 of this draft.
Oh, no doubt about that, Sarah. I think we're all, I suppose, trying to catch our breath about what we just saw over the past couple of hours, because from about pick 10 onwards, the draft was really
jump into the pull after. No.
With picks 10 and 11, taking Jonty Fall and Taj
silly.
Houghton. Jonty Fall, the first key forward to go. A lot of clubs,
that's
I reckon,
quite silly if I did that.
Had him maybe 4th in their key forward rankings, whereas we get the likes of
do the Warple on stream right now. That will be fun.
Come tomorrow night. night. So that was a real draft.
I don't know why he had that in all caps. It's not a Warple stream. And every time I do a Warple on stream, people just cheat and give me the answer all the time, and it's not really fun.
They get an extra pick in the 40s tomorrow night. I think West Coast would be absolutely thrilled with their night so far. The Giants picked another bolter. So in previous drafts.
Anyways, I think that might be it. Anything else people want to say? I might jump off now.
They've taken Cody Ango from WA. Adrian Caruso always likes a bolter, and he's certainly the bolter of 20.
See if there's anything else. Otherwise, I might wrap it up. Is there anyone else streaming I could give a raid? Anyone else doing the draft? No, I seem to always be the last guy streaming. I am. Oh, Jay Tomo. Do I give him a raid? Might as well. Hold up. I'm just looking for people streaming the draft. Who is still streaming the draft? AFL draft. Is anyone still doing it? I'll get my viewers over. Let's have a look. Anyone still doing it?
Thank you, panel. Joey, great work.
I think the only person's this guy.
As always, your knowledge.
All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up. Go and just spam this guy's chat and just give him a. No, don't be annoying. But I'm hopping off. Thank you all for watching. Just Jay Tomo, get on his stream then. Say hello. Say you've come from my stream. He doesn't know I'm doing this. I will give him a mini raid. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you want to see part 2. I'll probably have a video out tomorrow as well, so just let me know. But till then, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. And yeah, cheers. Have a good one, legends.